launching. The dumbest radio show in America. Welcome to Common Man and T-Bone.
What I am telling you is there are a lot of people who run like 10Ks, and they don't do it in that time.
No, I get it. This is
like
the Olympics, though, man.
I'm
These are
saying
the best walkers in the world.
They're walking, and they're faster than a lot of people can run.
They've been practicing all year at malls before they open.
Featuring Panama Ted.
Too hot.
Timmy Hall.
I will rub one on my face.
And a collection of profane noises.
Coach?
No, Dom.
I'm a genetic freak. And I'm not normal.
I want me some glory hole.
I'll keep it in the room.
Stop breathing.
It used to be a lot longer.
The numbers don't lie. Bah! Bah!
This is Stupid. This is Man and Bone.
Happy Thursday. Welcome in. Timmy's here. Hi, Timmy.
Hey, Mike. Good to see you again.
Oh, hi, Teddy.
Hi, Mike.
Hi, Ted.
Glad you're back today, Teddy.
Me too.
Glad you're back today, Timmy.
Oh, I'm glad to see you guys. I also love that little delay when you say hello to Teddy.
Well, Teddy's got to rush to get his headphones on.
He's jostling.
He's doing a lot of stuff in there.
He's jostling
He's
around.
playing the open. He's fading it down.
Listen to that fade. Listen to that fade.
Like, that's a manual fade right there, kids. You can't see it, but Teddy's got his hands on a fader. Now he's put it back up.
It's back.
Do a hard fade real quick, like a bad fade. Yeah.
That's
so
a
people can
bad
hear a bad fade. When we bring producers into the fray, I'm not going to name names, but oftentimes that's something that will happen. And part of what I do, usually the Buckeye Show is one of our proving grounds. When we have new talent, new producers that join the station, they will more than likely start producing the Buckeye Show. Someone who's doing that show, maybe it's the Boatman, right? Maybe the Boatman moves up in the world after something happens.
When you started here,
staff
more than 10 years ago, you were hired to be a producer.
Yes, and
might I say, you were perhaps the worst producer that I've ever had.
You know, maybe my mind was in a different place, and I'm not saying that that's a great thing. I tried my best. I will say that some of it was it was only 3 months' time, and I only had about a week and a half or so when I got to Columbus to when I started doing that. I mean, it was basically day one that I worked here. I started to train on the board.
No, but see, your problem was, and you have the same problem now, but to a lesser extent. You got too distracted.
Yeah.
Like you were too into the conversation. Like when you're a producer.
That's fair.
You obviously have to be listening to the show, but your mind has to also be doing other things. See, when Timmy is in a conversation, there's nothing else going on around him. I mean, people can be on fire behind him, jugglers with, swords up in the air. It doesn't mean he will not notice if he's in a conversation. So you'd be listening to the show intently, responding as the producer, and then, me and Bone would say, all right, commercial time. And you would act like, wow, this is news to me. I guess we could, let me figure out.
Well, we got
to talking, and I forgot.
That was a real line.
We got to talking.
We got to talking.
Sorry about that. Has to exist.
Yeah, sorry about that, guys. We got to talking there. Well, and look, that had been pointed out. And when something like that gets pointed out to you, you try to improve, like with anything, right? You try to get a little bit better at something like that. I think where it came from was that I was always taught to listen to people that you're having a conversation with. So
you only half listen.
Ultra attention would be paid to the conversation, and then the other part, the important part of the job, which is running that board, you got to think about that. Because if you've noticed, all the shows here have gone the route of the producer being an on-air producer. They're invited onto the show.
That is a necessity.
I think
in today's world,
I think it's great.
You have to have that.
I like it too, because it's more of a family atmosphere, and it's not like they're in any lesser part of the show than the two people that
Teddy,
are in the studio.
You're a much lesser part of the show, right?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, much less.
Yeah. I mean, you're probably like, 70% maybe? Maybe Bone's like 25.
I like that.
And then I'm like 5.
I like that math.
Does that sound about right?
That's good. Yeah. I would say I'm about 0.2%.
Both in the way that we treat you and compensate you.
Yeah, definitely.
Right?
And I forgot, Tim's involved now. So, Tim's got probably,
half a
you'll work
percent.
your way up, yeah.
If this show was divvied up into stock options like the Green Bay Packers, how vested would you be? You'd have probably 80% of the steak.
It's all lies. It's all jokes. What was I going to say?
I don't know. We got to talking.
Oh, I was going to say, I'll never forget this.
Yeah.
So I was off because it was Christmas time. It's like the week before Christmas.
Sure.
And it was Bone hosting the show with someone else, and then you were the producer.
Oh, Jesus.
And
I know where it's going.
Hold on. So Kristen and I are driving around.
Yeah.
She had never heard you before. She'd heard me talk about you, but she had never met you. She never heard you on the air before. And so we flipped on the show. And you're having a conversation with Bone and whoever else is hosting the show. And she goes, "That's who it is?" I said, "Yes, that's Tim. He's the new producer." And so Bone's sending it to break. You're not ready to go to break.
Oh, boy.
And then you throw out the line, "Well, we got to talking." Kristen looks at me and says, "He's not going to last 2 months. He's awful." How many years ago was that?
12.
And now you're 12 years in, buddy. So you've either improved a lot,
Wow.
or our standards have lowered quite a bit.
Well, I did get hired by String Bean, so I've always had thoughts about that. But hey, a lot of us did. It's crazy when you throw that number out. I think I saw another fan anniversary today. Anthony Rothman.
13 years for him.
Happy anniversary. He's 13 years.
13 years.
But he had been in the market for a long time, so
Yes.
I'm sure his feeling about it is a little bit different. He was a TV guy, then transitioned to do radio with us. But still, I feel like this has long felt like home, and I don't know what would have to happen for me to leave. Just getting fired, that would be it.
When you look at the dudes who work here,
Yeah.
and look, it's, Bobby Carpenter is a lifer here.
I think so. Feels that way.
Bobby started his broadcasting career here. It wouldn't surprise me if he worked here his entire life.
Have you talked to him about that, though? Because he did his ESPN thing. He's not on there much anymore. I don't know what.
I don't talk about.
What is up?
Then you have Beamer, who started here was he an intern?
He went to Ohio State. He was interning. And then he just
worked his way up
right
from
into a job.
Producer to host to just big man-looking toddler.
With beady eyes.
Oh, my God.
You want a good time? You see Beamer out in the wild, ask him to take off his glasses for you.
But Beamer's been here for a long time, and he'll probably be here for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Matty Ice was the same way. Matty Ice came in as an intern.
Went to the media school here.
Worked his way up. He was a producer, fill-in host, finally got his own gig years ago. Rothman is a lifer here. He did TV for a long time, but he's not going anywhere. Then there's me. I'm almost 21 years in this job.
And you've worked with people.
Bone's been here forever.
I would say most of the listeners now, because part of doing this is you hope to pick up new listeners, right? You hope that the word of mouth of the show spreads and people want to be a part of this big, fun, stupid thing that we got going on. And Columbus is a fast-growing market. I would imagine most people that are listening to the program don't really remember the times, right, that when you were in your first 8 years before you even worked with the Torg, when you were working with Spielman and Herbie and all those guys. I never got to hear any of that, so I wonder what that was like.
It all jumbles up even in my brain. Somebody said to me not too long ago, like, "Oh, yeah, I remember you working with Torg. How long did you work with him, like 10 years? No, I worked with him for like 5 years.
5, not that long.
That's it. I've worked with Bone more than double the time.
Yeah.
That I worked with Spielman or Torg or any of these other guys.
You know what, though? For people that have grown up here and listened to us and they haven't really dabbled in sports talk shows in other markets or, grew up in another market or experienced Chicago sports radio or New York sports radio or DC or KC, wherever it is. The 5 years even that you had with Torg, across the span of sports talk radio, that's a good run.
Oh, it is.
That's a good long run, whether that's daytime, like a 12 to 3 shift, 3 to 6 shifts, like the time that I was in Kansas City, where I got my start before I came out here, every single show on the lineup changed. Every single one changed. I think I saw 3 different afternoon drive shows, and right at the time that I was leaving, Nick Wright was starting to make his climb, which he eventually gobbled up the afternoon drive slot there and then went on to Houston and went on to become national. But it just brought guys in, chewed them up, and spit them out.
Look, I have been working in radio since 1995.
Long time.
Okay, I was a very young guy.
Oh, long time.
Very young guy. 1995. I am the only person that I know in broadcasting that's never been fired. That is such a rarity. I've never been fired.
How do you think I got here?
You were fired. Teddy was fired. Teddy was fired from here.
Here and brought back.
And then we brought him back from the dead.
He wasn't fired because he wasn't liked.
It doesn't matter.
I was fired because I wasn't liked.
That's not what I'm talking about. It's not about not being good. Some people are fired because they're not good. Some people are fired because the company runs out of money. Mm-hmm. Some people are fired because the format changes.
Right.
You know, there's different reasons why people are fired. But I'm just saying, I've gone all this time and I've never gotten fired. So today, I'm going to make that happen.
You are not.
Today's going to be the day. You hear me, Fish? We're going to be throwing out C words and D words and all sort of words.
Honestly, though.
See you next Tuesday. Will be flying out of my mouth at some point.
I've always wanted to ask you, though, and I don't know if we've ever really talked about this on the air or off the air. When we're on the air, you're just kind of doing your thing, and maybe you just know. Maybe you just have a thing in the back of your mind. Well, you have to, right? To last this long, you have something in the back of your mind that says, yeah, I got a thing that I would love to say. Maybe if we're in a private room, I'd say it, but hell no, we can't say it right now.
Sure.
How often have you ever had a sense of fear wash over you about something that you did actually say or something you thought you were going to blurt out? Because it's one of the questions my dad asks me the most.
It used to happen more. It doesn't happen much anymore.
You feel it? Is it maybe because you've got a better sense of security about what you've done? And even if it ended, you wouldn't care as much because of what you built? Is it a little bit of that?
Yeah. Also, I think it would, at this point, it would take something really significant.
Yeah. To get you out.
For them to march down here and say, get out.
You'd have to basically have, it wouldn't be just a few, even 10 angry emailers sending something to
it would have to be pretty significant.
A protest would have to develop picketers outside the fan garage door. And maybe even then. Maybe we'd have picketers against them. Even if something like that happened,
the reverse
we'd
picketing.
Have reverse cowgirl picketers.
Oh, reverse cowgirl.
They would say, no. Hands off, man. He's ours.
We got big news today, kids. Ryan Day named a starting quarterback. You will hear from the coach coming up next. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
You're going to hit some slower traffic if you're on westbound 670 between 71 and 3rd Street. And construction is causing a slowdown on southbound 71 on the north side after Hudson Street. This report is sponsored by Donato's Pizza. Every piece is important. If you love what Donato's puts on their pizzas, you're going to love what they're taking off. Now through Sunday, get 30% off all your Donato's favorites when you order online or with the app. Use promo code 30. Donato's, every piece is important. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Looking for reliable roofing services in Central Ohio? Go with Nitro Roofing. We'll get the job done right the first time. Reach out today for a free estimate at nitroroofing.com.
Did you and your family lose Ohio Medicaid and need health coverage? Check this out. You may be eligible to enroll in a low-cost health plan at healthcare.gov. With the new law, 4 out of 5 customers can find a plan for $10 or less per month with financial help. Healthcare.gov offers quality plans that cover doctor visits, prescriptions, emergency care, and more. Healthcare.gov is here for you. Enroll today for coverage starting the 1st of next month. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Life. It's full of strange twists and unexpected surprises. But at AAA, it's always been our policy to look on the plus side. And our AAA Plus members tend to take the same view. Take Martin, for example. Last Monday, his morning coffee surprised him with an extra 10 degrees of Fahrenheit. Ouch! It was just the jolt of energy he needed to start the day. Later, when his shirt was targeted by the mustard on his burger, he became a proud trendsetter.
Martin, looking good.
And when he walked face first into a sparkling glass door, he was happy to provide some much-needed entertainment for his coworkers.
I'm okay.
And of course, when his car battery took early retirement, Martin felt no resentment. He knew there was a plus side. AAA's expert roadside assistance was only a call away.
Hello, AAA. Are you in a safe location?
While we can't all be like Martin, we can become a AAA Plus member and experience the peace of mind that comes with living on the plus side. Towing is subject to a 7-day waiting period. Terms and conditions apply.
Welcome to Nada Yada Island.
This season on Nada Yada Island.
You were charging your phone? I waited hours for you.
That's how long it takes.
Join Metro and get a free Motorola Edge that'll charge for the day in 15 minutes. At Metro, there's no activation fees. Only at Metro by T-Mobile. Bring your number ID and sign up for Metro Flex Plus plan. Offer not available if at T-Mobile or have been with Metro in the past 180 days. Requires 68-watt charger sold separately. Actual performance will vary.
Hi, here are some ways to listen to the Fan. You can download the Fan app or listen at home on your smart speaker or open up the iHeartRadio app or hold your head out the window and hear Common Man scream. Happy listening from the Dopes at the Fan.
Hey, it's Bobby. When it comes to tackling a project as important as your roof, you want a company that cares about the product and experience they're going to deliver. At Newman Roofing, you're more than just a number. They believe in 100% customer satisfaction. And for your roofing needs, give them a call at 614-NEW-ROOF or newmanroofing.com.
Ohio, ready for some quick mental health facts? Let's go. Nearly 2 million Ohioans live with a mental health condition. In the U.S., more than 50% of people will be diagnosed with a mental illness in their lifetime. Depression is a leading cause of disability worldwide. So why are some of us still stigmatizing people living with a mental health condition when we know all of this? Let's listen to the facts and beat the stigma. Ohio, challenge what you know about mental health at beatthestigma.org.
Ah, the sounds of summer. Baseball, swimming, and the dreaded sound of a broken AC. No uh-ohs. Call the Waterworks Heating and Cooling Team for an AC tune-up. 614-333-9720. Or schedule service on our website. The Waterworks. Better care, better value, better AC.
Healthcare.gov is here for you when life happens. If you lost your health coverage because of turning 26, going off Medicaid, leaving your job, or moving, you could be eligible to enroll in new coverage now. And if you need to update your coverage because of marriage or having a baby, you could also be eligible. But don't wait. There's a limited time to enroll. Check your eligibility at healthcare.gov today. Life happens. Get covered. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Hi, I'm Josie. My daughter turns 5 today. Blow out the candles. I'm also an Ohio State Highway Patrol trooper. When you move over and slow down, you're not only giving me room to work, you're making sure I can get home to celebrate with my daughter.
Roadside workers have lives and families, but when they're on the job, they put it all on the line to protect and serve us. Let's all give them room to work. When you see flashing lights, remember, they're not just roadside workers. Thank you for moving over and slowing down.
Whether you get pulled over or get into a crash, drinking and driving will change your whole world. Drive sober or get pulled over. Paid for by NHTSA.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Today we are tracking a lot of sunshine in the morning, increasing clouds by the afternoon, high 87. Dry tonight, low 66. And then on Friday we'll see the return of some much needed rainfall with a high of 87. I'm meteorologist Dylan Robichaud with your 10 TV weather impact forecast on 97.1 The Fan.
Common Man and T-Bone is sponsored by the Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Their BMI is higher than their IQ. This is Common Man and T-Bone.
Hey, subscribe to the Dumb Podcast of This Dumb Show. It's available wherever you get your dumb audio. Just search Common Man and T-Bone. Click. Subscribe. Every single show comes right to your device free of charge. The podcast is brought to you by our friends, Care Heating and Cooling.
It is a good
That's
one.
a bad fade, Ted.
That's a sucky
Ted,
fade.
It's a bad fade.
My bad. Yeah, let's try it again.
Bad fade.
Get you on the Buckeye show with that fade.
Timmy's here.
Oh, no.
Teddy's here. Jen Winters is hanging about. I'm going to yank her in at some point.
The whole triumvirate trio was hanging about today.
Yes, the girls from upstairs.
Down there.
They were. They're starting a new podcast.
Trying to get that thing going.
They're trying to get it off the ground. And apparently they were having some technical difficulties today, so they couldn't do it. But they're working on it.
They're working on it. So they've had some practice runs. So by the time they get that podcast out, it's going to be a winner.
We need more vajayjays here at the Fan.
Well, we've got them.
I know, but we need you to hear from more vajayjays. So they're going to have the podcast for you.
Yeah.
You know, we got too many smoked sausages here.
We got. Yeah.
For a long time, it was like a clan meeting here, too. I'm glad we actually finally got some color in here.
I was glad to hear, speaking of that, I was glad to hear Jeff Rimmer and Tyvis converse.
Here's the backstory, and I swear I'll get to Ryan Day in 2 seconds. So we're about to talk to Rimmer yesterday, and I said to Tyvis, I'll give you $50 if you make some sort of uncomfortable comment about how after 40 years in hockey,
I love it. I'm
going to be the first black guy you've ever talked to.
Yeah.
And of course, from Tyvis, I got, and Tyvis will, like, you could say anything to him.
Did he say, "You are hilarious"?
And he'll do it. And he did it.
Did he say that?
And it just, the diarrhea that came out of Rimmer's mouth after that.
Was so good.
Oh, actually, we're actually making lots of headway in Compton, California with Ice Cube and the NWA. And anyway, hello.
There's many of your kind playing today.
As a matter of fact, the Blue Jackets, Lidstrom, he's,
yes.
How do you say
You've
it?
Seen...
what is it again?
What do you
have
call
C's? What? Hello?
It was gold. It was radio gold, and that's what I love. And I heard it was nice because you had Tyvis, you had Jen yesterday, so I sat back there like a desk jockey, getting some things done. I had the show on the Bluetooth speaker. And some of what you were talking about when you were complimenting him on being too normal to go into the coaching realms. And I've gotten into the weeds with Tyvis about that too. And I think there might have been a little something there where they didn't want him right off the bat. So it kind of,
whatever, man.
He went into what he went into. He's so good at it.
He doesn't like to say he's in the media. He's good at this job.
He's a media guy.
He's good at this job. He's a good broadcaster. And he's a good dude. He takes all of our crap. He has fun with us.
He's fun.
He gives it back.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's enough of him.
If people want to do this for their jobs, you got to be like that. That's what it's about.
Ryan Day talked to the media today. He said Will Howard's a starter. This is the question that everybody knew the answer to, but Ryan Day wasn't going to tell us until today. Here's what he said.
Will Howard will start in the first game against Akron. He is our starting quarterback. I think that Chip has done a great job of rolling the quarterbacks from the first day of spring all the way to now. I think 12 or 13 practices in here, so you're talking almost 27, 28 practices. And when you take the aggregate of all the numbers, Will graded out significantly ahead of the other guys in the teamwork. And Devin right now would be the number 2. Now we still have a big scrimmage on Saturday, so these guys are going to continue to work. Julian, Lincoln, Air, they're all going to compete. We're going to try to get as many reps as we can. We are currently still rolling 3 groups, so there's a lot of reps to go around. But we're excited about Will being the starter. Will has really taken a command of the offense, I believe. You feel him in the huddle. You feel his experience. I think he did a really good job, as we talked about, of changing his body in the offseason. So he's become a threat both with his legs and with his arm. And the more he understands what he's doing out there, and when he does, he's really executing very well. I think the guys are excited, when he gets in the huddle. Not to say that they're not excited when the other quarterbacks are in there, but they do feel Will. And, I know he's excited about leading the team.
So that's a lot of gobbledygook. Let me tell you what Ryan Day had to say. Yeah, Will Howard's the best quarterback in the room. And it wasn't really very close either. I knew it from when I went after him in the portal. This is what I expected. He's shown me nothing to the contrary. So he's our starting quarterback. He knew this 2 months ago. He's not going to tell us because that's what coaches do.
Yeah.
But I mean, he knew this is what it was going to be. And unless he plays himself out of this job, he's showing up late to meetings and not taking things seriously. This was always Will Howard's job, and it was just confirmed today.
I can't sit here and say that I emphatically know how he's going to work out in 2024. You know what I mean?
I don't either.
You saw what he was. Yeah, of course, I hope. And my hope is that this is a guy that minimum can throw 30 touchdowns. If he's the guy and doesn't blink and doesn't give up any room and give us any reason for a chorus to raise, maybe we ought to look at Devin Brown or one of these other quarterbacks because we're not getting the pop that we want from that offense. This running element isn't there the way we expected it to be. But 30 touchdown passes and 7 to 10 rushing touchdowns for a Buckeye quarterback. With what we've seen here in the last 5 years, the kind of numbers that can be put up here with this kind of talent around you, that's what I'm hoping for. I can't emphatically say that I know we're going to get it, but I know that it is good to have a surefire starting quarterback that is not just known or thought to be known to the guys in the locker room, that is made public to everybody, because it's different when it's public to everybody. Right. That can give you an extra bit of zest, an extra shot of confidence that it's your job. I can do this. Everyone believes in me, and now the whole world knows it.
Well, and it was obvious to everybody. It was obvious to us. And according to Ryan Day today, it was obvious to everybody in that room, because he was asked the question, like, what was the team's response to you naming Will Howard the starting quarterback? And essentially Ryan Day said, yeah, everybody knew it was coming. I mean, they expected it. They're there in practice. They've seen it. Yes, they've seen it. So he says Devin Brown, at this point, is going to be the number 2 quarterback. Here's what he said about Devin Brown.
Devin, has shown the ability to do just about everything we ask him to do. It's the consistency part and taking care of the football part that he's just got to make sure that he does a great job of moving forward. And if he can do that, then he can play and be a contributor for it. Because I remind him, again, we all know the story of, with Cardell and JT and Braxton. So I also shared with him that Max Duggan, was a backup the year he went to the Heisman Trophy in the first couple of weeks. So, a big part of being a quarterback is resilience and continuing to work. The minute you faced a little bit of, an obstacle or resistance along the way, you just got to keep pushing.
Devin Brown has played limited action. He's been hurt often, which, look, he can't control. I get it. I don't think he's that guy. I don't think he's
seen it.
I don't think he's ever going to be that guy. Somebody asked me the other day, is there a chance he turns out to be Joe Burrow? No chance in hell.
No.
And you can cut this up and probably use it in 10 years when Devin Brown's the new Pat Mahomes. But I'm telling you right now, for me, I don't see it. I never saw it. I think ultimately, as this season goes on, he won't even be the number 2 option. As Julian's saying, gets
is the
more
guy.
reps and more comfortable and earns the trust
of the
coaching staff.
Sure feels like when practice becomes open and media gets their look in there, that everybody comes away continually impressed by what Julian Sayin has in his tool bag. Just the way that he can throw the football beautifully, accurately, with touch, with zip, whatever it needs. It sure feels like, Will Howard's going to have this 1 year and then it's going to be open. And to me, he would be the guy, and Devin Brown was here and gave it his best shot to be the guy at Ohio State. Look, it can't happen for everybody, right? That's not how this works. I mean, you're going to not necessarily over-recruit, but you're going to have a number of quarterbacks in your room to compete. And the way Ohio State recruits, they want all those guys to be 4 or 5-star recruits if they want to come here and duke it out, and then somebody might go off or someone will stay and be the backup.
We are less than 2 weeks away. The season is coming. We will go around the Big Ten with our guy Adam Rittenberg coming up next. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
We've got some slow-moving traffic on eastbound 70 on the east side from Livingston Avenue to 33. And if you're on northbound 71 on the south side between Greenlawn Avenue and 315, expect a slowdown there. This report is sponsored by KFC. When it comes to KFC's latest Saucy Nuggets lineup, this trip don't quit. Take your pick from Chipotle Ranch, Mango Habanero, Honey Garlic, Korean Barbecue, or Honey Barbecue, and get 10 Saucy Nuggets for just $5.99 each. It's finger-licking good. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Looking for reliable roofing services in Central Ohio? Go with Nitro Roofing. We'll get the job done right the first time. Reach out today for a free estimate at nitroroofing.com.
Bobby Carpenter here for Germain Toyota. Ready for a new ride? Swing by Germain Toyota, ask for my friend Marcello, and discover unbeatable deals and a wide selection of new and certified pre-owned Toyota vehicles. Visit GermainToyota.net and drive away in style today. Germain Toyota on the corner of I-70 and Bryce Road.
Most businesses have one tagline.
Not here, baby.
At Sunny Street Cafe, for whatever reason, we've got 7.
Yeah, we do.
And here's number 5.
Sunny Street Cafe. Tasty breakfast and lunch with fist bump friendly kind of service.
Now with 8 locations.
Score a goal with the Love My Crew checking account from Pathways, the checking account that rewards you for supporting the crew. Learn more at pathwayscu.com. Pathways Financial Credit Union, official credit union of the Columbus Crew. Federally insured by NCUA.
And this
summer with Zoombezi Bay, Central Ohio's largest water park. Take your last ride on Dolphin Dash before exciting new things come next season. Soak up the sunshine and dive into an unforgettable experience for the whole family. Zoombezi Bay offers nonstop fun for everyone. Enjoy $19.99 admission after 4 p.m. Get your tickets now and make your final splash at ZoombeziBay.com.
Wendy's new Saucy Nugs come in 7 saucy flavors. Yep, you can literally hear your taste buds going. Taste bud sounds may vary. For a whole new way to nug, gotta be Wendy's. Open till midnight or later.
At participating U.S. Wendy's, hours may vary by location.
It's time that we face the facts when it comes to organ, eye, and tissue donation. It exists to save and heal lives. It's a way to look out for one another, to continue a legacy and give the gift of a fuller future, the gift of life.
But what about the barriers around organ donation?
Cost, age, religion, race, or health status are not factors that can get in the way. All it really takes is one epic yes. Register today to become an organ, eye, and tissue donor at donatelifeohio.org.
Morning Juice.
Understanding how the score is being kept is very critical. First time I was playing craps, I didn't understand it. I thought I won and I actually lost, and that was a terrible feeling.
Morning Juice.
Sponsored by Affinity Whole Health.
Weekday mornings at 6. The Fan.
Direct Auto Insurance is for uncompromisers. The people who refuse to make trade-offs in life. Like Kelly, when her old car insurance got so expensive that she couldn't afford to drive anymore, do you think she started carrying her groceries for miles? No. But she did find Direct Auto's savings that allowed her to drive instead of compromise. With savings of up to 25%, you too can stop compromising and keep driving. Get a quote today at directauto.com. Savings based on applied discounts and will vary. Terms apply. How you buy can affect price. National General Group, Winston-Salem.
A system for every home and every budget with Logan Services 55th anniversary sale. Replace your air conditioner and save up to 55% on a qualifying Trane furnace. And take action with financing. 0% APR financing for 72 months. It's hard to stop a Trane. Estimates are free and next day installation is available now. So schedule your appointment online. We're the home of fast, friendly service, Logan Services.
Right now at the Ram, make this the summer event. Well-qualified lessees get a low-mileage lease on the 2025 Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cab, 4x4 for $549 a month for 42 months, with $3,640 due at signing. Tax, title, license extra, no security deposit required. Call 1-877-RAM-5722 for details. Requires dealer contribution and lease through Stellantis Financial. Extra charge for miles over 35,000. Not all customers will qualify. Residency restrictions apply. Take delivery by September 3rd, 2024.
Common Man and T-Bone here. Visit Hollywood Casino Columbus this summer for exciting live sports action. We got the biggest screens around, and ESPN Bet is live in Ohio.
Plus, Penn Play Rewards members can win up to $500 Penn Cash every week. Visit PennPlaySports.com/cover5 today and register for your chance to play and win.
Not a member? Get the Penn Play app today.
Hollywood Casino Columbus is your live sports headquarters.
Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Common Man and T-Bone is sponsored by the Hinderer Motor Company. We love what moves you. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Common Man and T-Bone present Around the Big Ten with Adam Rittenberg.
Sponsored by Able Roof. Call Able for the proof. 444-ROOF.
Our guy, Adam Rittenberg, covers all things college football for ESPN. He joins us on the Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. Hello, my friend.
Hello, how we doing?
Oh, excellent. We have Ryan Day confirming the news today that all of us knew as soon as he came out of the portal, which is that Will Howard is going to be the starting quarterback for the Buckeyes. So we have Will Howard, who obviously gives you more of a threat running the football. We have Chip Kelly. In theory, this is his offense. He's calling the plays. How different do you expect this Buckeye offense to look this season?
Well, I think the Chip's going to have influence. We know that. It's showed up everywhere he's been. And I think it's going to be fascinating to see if he can get the most out of Will Howard, because it's interesting. Coaches expect Will to thrive in Chip's offense. But I've also had coaches, especially in the Big 12, say, listen, there's a reason why he left Kansas State, and they were ready to move on to Avery Johnson, who's obviously a tremendous athlete as well. So I'm really interested to kind of see if Will can reach his peak in this offense with more talent around him, an incredible coordinator, obviously, in Chip Kelly, and then Ryan Day, who, as we've talked about, is the most impactful quarterback coach in Ohio State history, who's also there in the building.
Adam, I would say the guys that we talked about here in this town, the newcomers for Ohio State, you're looking at 3 guys, and one's on defense and Caleb Downs, and then you've got Quinshon Judkins, who transfers in on offense, but also Jeremiah Smith. Of those 3, who are you most excited to see what they do with this Buckeye football team?
Yeah, I think there's such an intrigue around Caleb Downs, and I know they were better defensively, but ultimately they didn't make enough stops in the biggest game of the season. They didn't make enough plays in that game. He's a guy that just has tremendous potential, at least what he showcased as a true freshman at Alabama. It's very hard to play defensive back for Nick Saban. It's especially hard to get on the field that much as a true freshman and be as productive as Caleb was. So all 3 of them are fascinating, but we've seen great receivers before. We know Ohio State has a very capable running back in Travion, but Judkins will help. To me, it's Caleb Downs and how much he can take this Buckeye defense another step further.
How's the drag racing today? Pretty good?
The drag racing?
It sounds like you're on a racetrack today.
Oh, no, just driving home. Sorry. Yeah, hopefully it's not too loud.
Is that you? I mean, are you the one doing the revving? I hope it is. Like you're challenging people.
Hopefully I'm not going to get pulled up. It is my birthday, guys, so I don't want to get pulled over on my birthday. That would be a real bummer.
Happy birthday,
Appreciate
my friend. Adam Rittenberg, on his birthday, joins us on the Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. We talked about Oregon a little bit last week. We talked about USC last week. Oregon has expectations. USC maybe not so much, but another Big Ten team that has expectations, and every single offseason people talk about them, and every single offseason they talk about themselves, where they say, yes, we're for real now. We're really going to compete for a Big Ten championship, and that is Penn State. My question to you is, do they actually have the horses to do it?
I think they have the horses, but they also might have the right horses/coaching combination. And my colleague David Hale recently wrote about this. Andy Kotelnicki, guys, the new offensive coordinator, might be the most important coordinator hire of the year, just in the sense of Penn State has not made the playoff. They were not explosive enough offensively. If they get to the playoff this year, I think it'll be largely because of the work that Andy does. Because if you followed him at Kansas, if you followed him at Buffalo and elsewhere, he runs one of the more creative offenses in the country. In Kansas, when they were healthy, was just an incredible one to watch. So I think if Penn, I think they do have the horses. They still have some question marks at wide receiver and some other positions. Drew Aller certainly needs to show that he can get it done in big games. But I think the scheme can really elevate them. I was talking with Brian Kelly earlier today about the changes he made on defense. He said that on defense you make a major change, it's more because of chemistry and cohesiveness. When you make a change on offense, it's because of scheme. And that's certainly what Penn State did with Andy Kotelnicki coming in to try to elevate and bring in a level of explosiveness to an offense that didn't stretch the field enough in 2023.
All right, Adam, one of the other things we're revved up for in Big Ten country is the added teams. And just with this new era of college football, how do you personally feel about the opportunity for the rematch game in the conference championship? And we could get a third. I don't know how often we'll see that. But do you think we're going to get it? And how excited are you for that possibility?
Here's what I'm excited about. Not seeing Ohio State or Michigan take on an undermatched team that has no chance to win. Because that's what we've seen in the Big Ten championship game. So I have a much more acceptance level of a rematch than a lot. I mean, everyone seems to be panicked. Oh, my God, what if they have a rematch? Oh, my God, what if we have a good game in Indianapolis with two comparable teams fighting for the right to have a bye in the first round of the playoff? I don't see why that's a bad thing, guys, because what have we been treated to the last 10 years pretty much in that game? It has not been competitive. So, certainly Oregon and Ohio State could have a rematch in the Big Ten championship game. Penn State and Ohio State could have a rematch. We don't have Penn State-Michigan this year, so that would be their first meeting. I don't think it's going to happen nearly as often, but I think the pros of a true competitive championship game outweigh, in my view, any cons that come with having a rematch, even if it's a recent rematch like Ohio State, Michigan.
You know, I'm glad you brought that up because that never made sense to me. Even today in a meeting, someone was saying to me, oh, you know, the Buckeyes in Oregon can play 3 times. That would be a disaster. I said, would it be a disaster or would it be awesome? We see this all the time in the NFL where you have division rivals. They play each other twice during the regular season. If they happen to match up a 3rd time in the postseason, we champion that and say that's great entertainment. Why is it different here?
I'm with you. Again, if you're going to have a championship game, you want, and you're obviously the television partners are paying a ton to broadcast those games. You might as well have a compelling one. And the Big Ten, largely because of the backlash to its first division alignment, realigned the divisions in a way that made it very hard from a talent standpoint to have a competitive championship game. As we've talked about over the years, that game is different than every other late season Big Ten game because it's played indoors. There's no weather that's a factor, and the faster, more talented team always wins. So putting 2 of those teams on one field, I just don't see a downside, even if it is Ohio State and Michigan for 2 straight weeks.
All right, real quick, it has nothing to do with football, but do you hate the Big Ten tournament going to Vegas as much as I do?
It's not a surprise that they want to showcase different events in different regions, and they're a national conference now, truly East Coast to West Coast. I think it's going to be harder for fans. You're thinking about going to the Big Ten tournament, and then you're saving up for your team in March Madness, and if your team has a chance to advance in March Madness, that makes it very, very expensive spring for you. But talking to Tony Petitti, the commissioner at Big Ten Media Day, it's not a surprise that they want to move some of their marquee events around, and we'll see after 2028 if that includes the Big Ten football championship game, because it's been in Indy, it's been very successful, fans have really enjoyed it, but do they take it elsewhere? I would say it's likelier than not that they do.
All right, happy birthday. What's for dinner tonight? I assume something special.
Ooh, I don't know. Yeah, my mom's in town, and we're figuring things out. It's managing 3 young kids. Probably whatever they want.
All right, well, happy birthday, and say hello to Mom for us, okay?
Yeah, have a good cake at least.
Thanks, fellas. Appreciate it. Yeah, sounds good.
Around the Big Ten with our guy Adam Rittenberg on the Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. Little aside, I got a text today. Today is also Emma Watson's bottom half's birthday.
Really?
Today.
Him and Adam Rittenberg. I'll have to check out to see what August 15th famous people share those birthdays.
Well,
who shares your
I just told
birthday? Well, other than Adam Rittenberg, we just said him.
Hakeem Olajuwon.
Hakeem the Dream.
On my birthday.
Good NBA star.
Who else? I feel like somebody here is either really close to me.
But either way.
Skip Mosik's maybe like a day away from me.
Is Hakeem the biggest? So you have athlete's the biggest star? There's no just straight up celebrity, movie star, singer?
You know what, Timmy? I'll have to look that up. It's been a while. Stained. But I'll look it up.
It's been a while.
What are we doing next? Oh, bad news for the Browns. Details next. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
We've got some slow-moving traffic on eastbound 270 on the South Outer Belt between 71 and 23. And you can expect some delay due to an accident if you're on Hudson Street between Summit Street and 4th Street. This report is sponsored by Direct Auto. Direct Auto Insurance is for uncompromisers. With savings of up to 25%, you can stop compromising and keep driving. Get a free quote at directauto.com. Savings based on discounts can vary. How you buy can affect price. National General Group, Winston-Salem. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Looking for reliable roofing services in Central Ohio? Go with Nitro Roofing. We'll get the job done right the first time. Reach out today for a free estimate at nitroroofing.com.
0% up to 48 months on 2024 and 25 new Lindsay Hondas.
That's 0, zip, zilch, nada.
This August, Lindsay has unbelievable savings by offering 0% up to 4 years on every Honda on the lot. Lindsay has over 500 vehicles.
If we don't have it, it doesn't exist.
Plus, talk to us about electric options with up to $97.27 in combined savings with dealer and federal tax credits.
LindsayHonda.com or I-70 in Bryce Road.
With approved credit on select in-stock 24-25 Honda models. Dealer contribution may affect consumer cost. Hi, Bob and Teresa Capace here. Anniversaries are a big deal and meant to be celebrated.
Join us for our 24th anniversary at Worthington Jewelers. Enjoy 10 to 60% off to celebrate this event, August 15th through the 17th.
Worthington Jewelers, your local hometown jeweler.
Billiards Plus has everything for the master griller in your house. Come to their showroom, open the lid, and feel the difference in their grills. Professional top quality equipment at great prices with a huge selection ready to go home with you. Billiards Plus on Dublin Center Drive in Dublin.
Hey, Bobby Carpenter here from my friends at Affinity Whole Health. Affinity is the leader in testosterone and hormone replacement therapy, but they are also much more than that. They help men and women who are experiencing things like low energy, low libido, muscle loss, and weight gain. Turn it all around. You can feel amazing and live better just like I can. It can be delivered right to your door, which is tremendous. Semaglutide for weight loss and testosterone and hormone replacement therapy for so much more. I've been a customer for years and it works. Get started at feelgreatcolumbus.com.
Get the new Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 6 and Z Flip 6 powered by Galaxy AI with Spectrum free anytime upgrade. Use Circle to search with Google to see more and search more on the large Z Fold 6 screen. Or capture perfectly framed pics using FlexCam and Z Flip 6. Order now with Spectrum free anytime upgrade and get up to $1,000 off, plus the value of your trade-in. Visit a Spectrum store or SpectrumMobile.com today. Offer subject to change. Valid for qualified residential customers only. Service not available in all areas. Restrictions apply.
Friday nights mean high school football. Join us for the Fans High School Game of the Week.
The fun starts Friday the 23rd with Harvest Prep at Pick Central.
Your home for Friday Night Lights. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Hey, you've reached Teresa and Benny. You know the drill.
Hey, Teresa, it's Armando from Chase. Congrats on closing. I'm sure Benny will love playing fetch in your new backyard.
Your Chase Home Lending Advisor will be there from pre-approval to closing. We're with you all the way home. Chase, make more of what's yours. Visit chase.com/home. Home lending products subject to credit and property approval. Rates and program terms subject to change. Other restrictions apply. Member FDIC. Equal housing opportunity.
Need inspiration? For everyone. Fuel restrictions apply.
Check out this great deal on giant-sized Kellogg's cereal. Select varieties are on sale now, 3 for $10 with your card. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
I'm Rick Julius, a partner at Cordell & Cordell. For over 3 decades, Cordell & Cordell has been on the front lines of family law. Divorce is more than just a legal process. It's a life-changing event that can impact your future, finances, and your relationship with your children. You've worked hard to build a life that you're proud of, and you deserve a legal partner who will work just as hard to protect it.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's Columbus area attorneys. 10 West Broad Street, Suite 1550, Columbus, Ohio, 43215. CordellCordell.com.
Most businesses have one tagline.
How boring is that?
Which is why at Sunny Street Cafe, we've got 7.
Yes, please.
Like our number 6.
Sunny Street Cafe, the fancy pancake place.
Amazing fancy.
Now with 8 locations.
It's the summer sell-down at Performance Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram. Get 0% for 36 months on select Wranglers, Gladiators, and Grand Cherokees with no payments for 90 days. One Performance, 2 locations, Georgesville and Delaware.
With approved credit from Stellantis Financial Services on select 24 in-stock inventory. Cannot combine offers. Ends 8/30/24.
Want to know anything about the Fans contests, how to win, or what's up for grabs? Check out 971thefan.com. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Extra large, extra stupid. This is Man and Bone.
I want to talk to you about my friends at Tri-State Men's Health. Maybe you've looked down and you realize that the noodle is not as al dente as it used to be. I want you to see my friends at Tri-State Men's Health. They have health treatments when the pills or the herbals fail. They have treatments with success rates well over 90%. Tri-State Men's Health has 6 locations, 2 in town. One is right down the street. Like, you can wave to Fish's house. When you're in the exam room, he'll be leering at you through his window, just going.
Fish is what I think about when I go there.
Absolutely. I think about Fish too often, which is why pee-pee no worky. If you also think about bald, overweight men when you shouldn't, go see my friends at Tri-State Men's Health. Your initial visit, just $99, includes a medical consult with a licensed medical provider, a TNPSA test, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, Free. Call them today, 800-900-9654, or visit tristatemenshealth.com.
I had a couple things here to float by you. We didn't discuss your attire today for people that also watched the show on YouTube.
A couple meetings today, so I had to tuck in the shirt and wear a collar.
And you're not even untucked now that we're post-meeting.
I sort of untucked a little bit down here.
You did? Well, you have a nice white V-neck T-shirt.
It's small.
So you could even unbutton some of the buttons.
I could, I guess.
To have that look kind of.
If you want to see
Corey Matthews
if you want to see me, you can go to the YouTube page. Just search 971 The Fan. Hop in the chat. The chat is full of nice, kind degenerates. And you can watch me undress. I don't know how people with regular jobs wear a tucked-in shirt every single day.
I don't either.
Because I don't either. This is not dressy. I'm wearing jeans, gym shoes, and just a tucked-in shirt. And I feel like I got a tuxedo on, and I can't move.
And you do look nice. Jackie on the YouTube chat said, looking so handsome today, Common Man.
Thank you, Jackie.
She said that I just look like me. LOL is what she said. But you looked rather nice. And you're right. It's not like it's anything special. And here's the thing, too. I was in one of the same meetings that you were in today. And when I was leaving the house, I said, okay, how am I going to do this? I was going to wear like my KU jacket today just because I like to have a jacket on in the studio because I just like the way jackets look. I'm definitely not too cold.
It's a fashion
I like to wear them. And I had my Mariners hat on. I wasn't going to wear the hat in the meeting, and I didn't. It made sure my hair looked decent and presentable. I just wore a classic white T-shirt that you can see me wearing and blue jeans. And I got made out like I was a bum in this meeting. And the thing that would have happened is if I dressed up at all or looked like you, I would have been made fun of, as to be expected. I kind of want that.
That's correct.
We should do that to each other.
It doesn't matter what you do.
It's how we get along.
I'm going to make fun of you.
Yeah, that's how we get along.
And I would like to point out that I was not the one who said it. Fish said it.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for dressing up, Timmy.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I will say, the last couple of years, the plain white T-shirt, no graphic, has been made acceptable for outside attire.
Yeah.
But for a long time, I mean, that was like, if you saw somebody just a plain white T-shirt walking around, they were either John Stamos or a bum.
You would say, boy, I'm sure things will pick up for you soon.
Just a Fruit of the Loom white T-shirt there, huh, for you?
No, this is an Eddie Bauer
I know
tee.
it's a nice thickness to it.
It's a thick tee.
It's a heavy gauge.
Yeah,
I get it.
It's a heavy Pima cotton there.
Some bad news for the Browns and a former Buckeye, Denzel Ward, has another concussion. He's in concussion protocol again.
That sucks.
He did not take part in the team's joint practice with the Vikings yesterday. Now, look, this is the 5th confirmed concussion since he's been in the league. So we're not talking about anything in high school or college or undiagnosed concussions. This is number 5 since he's just been in the league.
That's not good.
There's an end point here. And it'd be a shame, because Denzel Ward's a good player, if the end point came because he just had too many concussions.
That would be a shame, because I think we saw that NFL 100. You've seen that from year to year, right? Where it's the players that rank the other players in the league, and they, get some guys, to, do their top 3 of cornerbacks in the league. And Denzel Ward, you've seen it on film. You guys as Browns fans and Buckeye fans, you just know him because he's that good, and he's got that kind of clout and that respect across the NFL for wide receivers that go up against him. They know that they are in for tough sledding if number 21 is on the other side of that field. And so this stinks. And I'm trying to remember, there was a wide receiver for the Colts. I think he went to BYU, and he was really good, like had a good start for Peyton Manning. Austin Collie. And he got rocked and rocked and rocked. And he was a great player. Would go over the middle, catch the football, come down with it. But he was gone quickly because he just took too many hits, and it was too dangerous for him to keep going on. I hope that's not going to be the case with Denzel.
All right, here's my question. Should I do a basement show tomorrow night on YouTube?
Why not?
I don't know. Do people want it? Anybody got plans?
Why do you ask? Do people?
I don't know. I'm asking the people in the chat, the people who would show up to the YouTube show. Do you have plans tomorrow night? Do you want me to do a little basement show at 8 o'clock? If so, what would you like me to talk about? That's all I want to know. I mean, I'm just sitting there flying blind. I did get a different light that lights me from the front. I tested it the other day. I look much sexier.
You didn't have this for the second one?
No.
This will be new for the third.
It was just the canned light, the recessed lighting I had in the room, which made me look like a goblin. But this one now if you're a lady or a man, your pants just may fly right off when you see me.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
See, I think that the...
Ooh, a lady.
Ooh, in the chat. That's nice. I think the lighting from the top makes you look better. I like the way I look in the bathroom lighting for the light that comes from above.
You got to be lit from the front.
I feel like that's... No. When it shines right in your face, that's not the way I look. Like it's the camera at Target that films you while you're checking out, where you have like that chin because you're kind of caught looking down a little bit, like you get the double chin going. No, thank you.
Major League Baseball is considering a massive rule change. Massive. Girthy. We'll talk about it next. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
You're looking at some slower traffic on southbound 270 on the East Outer Belt between Livingston Avenue and I-70. And you can also expect a delay on southbound 315 between 670 West and Town Street. This report is sponsored by Mattress Firm. It's Mattress Firm's best sale of the year, Labor Day sale. Save up to $900 on select adjustable mattress sets from Stearns & Foster, Tempur-Pedic, and Sealy. Plus, get up to a $300 instant gift for pillows and more. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Looking for reliable roofing services in Central Ohio? Go with Nitro Roofing. We'll get the job done right the first time. Reach out today for a free estimate at nitroroofing.com.
Welcome to Nada Yada Island.
This season on Nada Yada Island.
You were charging your phone? I waited hours for you.
That's how long it takes.
Join Metro and get a free Motorola Edge that'll charge for the day in 15 minutes. At Metro, there's no activation fees. Only at Metro by T-Mobile.
Bring your number ID and sign up for Metro Flex Plus plan. Offer not available if at T-Mobile or have been with Metro in the past 180 days. Requires 68-watt charger sold separately. Actual performance will vary.
Welcome to the plus side, where a AAA Plus membership means that an empty gas tank won't keep you from a full day, and where a dead battery can't stop you from being the life of the party. Because on the plus side, roadside mishaps don't have to ruin your day. With AAA Plus, tire changes, battery swaps, and emergency fuel are just a tap away. AAA gets to you faster, and if you need a tow, we'll take you further. Become a member today and experience peace of mind on the plus side. Towing is subject to a 7-day waiting period. Terms and conditions apply.
At Baths R Us, we're terrible roofers. We stink at installing siding. And don't ever call us for your kitchen remodel. But if you want a stunning, beautiful bathroom makeover in just 2 or 3 days, now that's when you want to call us. See, unlike most contractors these days, we offer only one service, bathroom remodeling. We don't spread ourselves thin by doing roofing or siding and a bunch of other stuff. Nope. At Baths R Us, we dedicate every company resource into mastering the craft of bath transformations. It's why we're the Midwest's biggest 5-star family-owned bathroom company. And it's why we have the happiest customers. Just check out our Google reviews. Baths R Us. We're terrible roofers, but we're awesome bathroom remodelers. Right now, get $1,500 off a shower or tub replacement or $3,000 off a full bathroom remodel. Plus, low to no monthly payments. Call 380-225-BATH to schedule your free estimate or go to bathsrus.com. Baths R Us, where dreams soak in.
Everyone has that one goal, that thing they want to prove, not to other people, but to themselves. Then, right when you think you could actually do it, cancer. And that goal is still within reach. I would know. I'm about to run my first ever marathon with my 2 best friends. 3 years after having cancer.
At least we look good in these shorts.
Woo! Let's get it, guys. You, keep making plans.
Visit ohiohealth.com/keepmakingplans to learn more.
Bobby Carpenter here for Germain Toyota. Ready for a new ride? Swing by Germain Toyota, ask for my friend Marcello, and discover unbeatable deals and a wide selection of new and certified pre-owned Toyota vehicles. Visit GermainToyota.net and drive away in style today. Germain Toyota on the corner of I-70 and Bryce Road.
Hi, Bob and Teresa Capace here. Anniversaries are a big deal and meant to be celebrated.
Join us for our 24th anniversary at Worthington Jewelers. Enjoy 10 to 60% off to celebrate this event, August 15th through the 17th.
Worthington Jewelers, your local hometown jeweler.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars, Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus. The Fan. Sports. Sports Center.
Good afternoon. I'm Paul Keels. It was expected, and it did happen. Head coach Ryan Day at his press availability today announcing that Will Howard will be the Buckeyes starting quarterback when the season begins.
Once he kind of went through the offseason, he changed his body and then came in with a much better knowledge of what was going on. You could see him playing faster, his feet were moving, the ball's coming out with more pace.
One NFL preseason game tonight. It's the Philadelphia Eagles and the New England Patriots meeting in Foxborough, Massachusetts. Off day for both Cleveland and Cincinnati in the baseball schedule. Guardians have won 5 in a row. Start a series tomorrow in Milwaukee. The Reds have won 4 straight. They'll be at home with Kansas City. Columbus Clippers playing a doubleheader today at Iowa. This update brought to you by BMI Federal Credit Union. Your best credit union 6 years in a row. 47 financial coaches to help you on your financial journey. Visit bmifcu.org/coach for more info. Breaking sports news when it happens on The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Dumb, very dumb. This is Man and Bone.
Bone is out. Timmy's here. Teddy's here. So glad you've tuned in. 3 hours a day, every single day. That's all I ask of you. It's not that much. It's 24 hours in a day. The 21 other hours, you can do whatever you want. Unless there's a basement show, and then I need you for another hour. And tomorrow, you have spoken, I will do it. A live YouTube Common Man's Basement, brought to you by my friends at the Lion's Den, which, by the way, I have still not received any props.
Oh, you need some stuff.
I want some merch.
Yeah.
What's going on? I don't blame them. I blame our sales guy, Evan.
Yeah.
Because he's in charge. Look, here's how it works. There's the client, there's a salesperson, then there's me. The salesperson always acts as the middle person between the client and the talent.
Right.
And
you're there for whatever they might need. You tell the salesperson.
That's exactly right.
If you need a meeting, I'll do a meeting.
In this case, Evan, who's our sales guy, he is acting as the dildo middleman. And so I need him to get on that.
The DMM.
Yes, the dildaroonie middleman.
Mm-hmm.
And so I need some of that for product placement.
Well, you can think beyond just Roonies here. We can go with some other. If there's edible undies.
Oh, sure. All of it. Yes.
Gummies. There's
whatever.
Different shaped gummies that they have.
I worked at Spencer Gifts.
Oh, right.
I mean, we had pee pasta.
Right.
Back in the day.
Oh, really?
Yes. We had different shapes of macaroni, some in pee form.
Were they kind of like Kraft noodles?
Yeah.
That way? Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't like
Fun
the
shapes.
real good Italian grain.
I'd like to see
Timmy.
the Meyer Fredericks.
No.
Like the premium Meyer brand.
No, none of that.
Come out with some of those shapes.
I'll tell you, those
Myers, sorry, with an S.
Those pasta penises really hold the sauce.
they do.
Grip the sauce.
Like a penne noodle.
Exactly. But today was Samantha will be on the show as well. She likes to come on, and she'll probably tell you about her first day of school. Today was the first day of school. Second grader. I was very excited to go to the bus stop because I'm the notorious DIC, the dad in charge, the dick. And I got all the kids presents for the last day of school, and I got them stuff for the first day of school, too. I got them Team USA bucket hats.
Perfect.
So they all like the Olympics. They all watch the Olympics. So I got a lot of good thank yous and hugs and high fives, and it was good. It was good to be back in the routine.
Nice. Yeah.
It has nothing to do with I want my kid out of the house, none of that, because she's been doing summer camp all year, all summer anyway. She's been out of my hair. But I just like going to the bus stop every single day, looking at the kids, talking to the kids. That doesn't sound right, looking at the kids. You know what I mean. Watching them grow is what I mean.
Yeah. Really watch them grow up.
You sick F.
son of a bitch. What's wrong with you? Get away from those kids.
Stop it.
No, I bet you're
kids in the neighborhood.
I bet you're the fun guy in the neighborhood. They probably all know what you do and on the radio and all that good stuff. I can't wait till they all start listening to the show on a daily basis.
You know what? I don't think they do know. And that's okay.
Really?
Yeah. That's all right.
Yeah.
I don't want them to know.
Eventually they will inquire. I get that a little bit more from Jack. He's a little bit older than Samantha. And, you know, his friends, he's a big sports fan anyway. Jack's a big football fan. That's people want to wonder. He's not playing a whole lot of sports, but his hobby is just simply football. He thinks he might want to play football next year, but he watches it. He's into fantasy football. He's into football trading cards. He eats, breathes, and thinks it all the time. And so his buddies like football naturally. And so some of them have started to pick up on what I do. And I've become friends with some of their dads and all that. And it's great. We've got family friends. And same type of thing with you with starting school. Hilliard Schools goes back next week. So we got another gap here. And it's not anything like you said. You're happy that you're going back to school.
Yeah, it was a fun summer. I enjoyed her being around.
How life goes. It's time to get back into the swing of things. It's time. It's time for football. It's time for school to be back. It's time to get back into that routine, into that rhythm.
I wanted to yell at the bus driver today, though.
Yeah.
Look, I want Samantha to behave a certain way, and that requires talking to adults a certain way.
Yeah.
Always looking at people in the eye. Saying please and thank you. All of those things, right? Yeah. The one thing that they will never say about my kid is, man, that Samantha is rude.
Right.
She may be annoying. She may be stupid. She may be a lot of things, but she's never going to be rude.
Yes.
And so I said to her, make sure you go up to the bus driver. You say, hello, my name is Samantha. Good morning. Introduce yourself. This is a new bus driver this year. Of course, Dad. I do that all the time. So I'm there. I see her walk up there. She's the first one on the bus. Good morning. I'm Samantha. How are you? Bus driver says, okay, and then just says nothing. Nothing. Now's the part where you say your name. I almost wanted to yell at him.
It's like in a radio show when something kind of stalls.
Now you say, hi, I'm Mr. So-and-so.
Right.
Happy first day of school. Like I wanted to go up to the bus driver and say, what the hell's the matter with you?
You go now,
You're
idiot.
driving kids. She said hello to you. My name is Samantha. You say, okay, and that's it?
What, is she the bus driver from Forrest Gump?
Who was the bus driver?
She was just an idiot.
Oh,
she just sat there like an idiot. Well, you getting on or what? You know, that was all she said.
Get some personality skills, please.
Man, yeah.
Say your name.
I'm glad that you put, as I knew you would, just knowing you, but being a good parent and instilling that, the politeness being paramount, we do just have an overwhelming amount of rudeness that you just pick up on.
And it's accepted.
The way people drive, the way people act at the store when we're in public. The thing that continues to get me is the lack of thank yous for people that hold doors.
Absolutely.
Holding, like, not every door is an automatic one, right? Like going to the grocery store. But, you know, ball games and such. I sat there at the Schottenstein Center, and my son is holding the door open for maybe 7, 8. I was just kind of counting and starting to laugh. 7, 8, 9, 10. People just going right on through like he's a doorman and being paid to do that. Would you give a nod or a wave to the young man, the child that's holding the door open for your lazy asses? Just say thank you. Tip the cap. That's it.
I'd just like to point out that this morning at the bus stop, all the 7, 8, 9-year-olds, very polite, very well behaved.
Yeah.
Bus driver couldn't be bothered to say 2 words to anybody. It's the first day of school. It's not even like, 3 months in, you hate everything about your life, you're ready to die. It's the first day of school.
If anything, help him out by taking the edge off a little bit.
Exactly.
You could have some nervous kids and just, hey, young man, hey, young lady, good to see you. Welcome back.
All right. Report on ESPN today. Major League Baseball is kicking around the idea of requiring starting pitchers to work at least 6 innings, although there are caveats to this. You have to work at least 6 innings unless you've thrown 100 pitches, you've given up more than 4 or more earned runs, getting injured, and they say with a required injured list stint to avoid manipulation. This is interesting. This seems very complicated,
right?
Unnecessarily. Here's what I think it should be. And look, when they first started talking about pitch clocks and stuff like that, I was against it, only because that's a foreign concept to Major League Baseball. The whole point of baseball, how it's different from other sports, is that there's no clock. Theoretically, it can go on forever.
Absolutely.
A game can go on forever. But I came around to the idea. I now like the idea of the clock. It has made the game more of what I love about the game of baseball. That pace, that cadence has improved. And I would love to see, I love starting pitching battles. I miss that. I would love to see starters have a bigger impact on the game. However, to me, this is not the way to do it. If you're going to do it, if you're going to make a drastic change, and I think you have to, what you do is you only have your designated hitter when your starting pitcher is in the game.
And they've toyed around with the double hook DH,
yes.
right?
Where if you pull your starting pitcher in the 3rd inning, then all your pitchers have to hit.
Yeah.
from there on out.
That's a great deterrent.
That's not, you have to throw this many pitches or give up this many runs or whatever it is. You have to fake an injury to get out of a game. It's none of that. If you decide in the second inning, my guy doesn't have it, that's fine.
It's just simple cause and effect.
You also decide that your DH is not going to play for the rest of the game. That's the reality of it.
Right. If your DH is a guy that's got 39 home runs on the season and is hitting 275,
you'll think twice.
You absolutely
about pulling
will.
that starting pitcher, won't you?
And I'm looking at the deets. It's interesting when you're trying to make abrupt changes like that. I appreciate that they are looking into things.
I'm glad they're looking into it.
That's where I am too.
I'm glad you're being proactive about it.
But you also want to make sure that you don't go when the game takes a long time to get to the place that it's in, right? This didn't just happen overnight where the best hitters in baseball might be hitting 242. Right. In 1997, you and I were kids coming up watching baseball. If you're not hitting 300 in a given season, right? We're not considering you to be one of the best hitters in this season.
You had teams starting the season around that time, mid-90s, late 90s, where the conversation was, man, do you think this team can hit 300 as a team?
As a team.
Now nobody did.
Right.
But still, you had offenses that good.
Yeah.
Now, you have a team like the Chicago White Sox where the actual question is, do you think they'll hit 200 as a team?
The Mendoza line. Oh, my God, right?
This is where we are.
Where are they with that, by the way?
Team batting average?
Like 220,
I'll look
218.
it up. Continue your thought.
But as I was saying, it takes a long time for a game to get a certain way. And for a lot of hardcore baseball fans, this has not been particularly pleasing the way it's gotten. But trying to go back all in one bite, I think could possibly make the game even rockier for 5 years or so, because I think if you're just then going to force pitchers to go a certain distance when they're now not accustomed to that and they're used to having short outings, then that could see an injury spike go back up. That's why I'm kind of more with you. If you need to take the guy out early and you want to do that, it's okay. Or I would knock an inning off of that. What do we say? 6 innings they're thinking about requiring. Yeah. Maybe start with 5, where you're still past 50% of a 9-inning baseball game. That sounds like a good place to start for me, at least with a little bit of a pitch count. And obviously, if a guy gets injured, something of that nature, I'm glad that they are toying around with these things, because I have enjoyed it. And it's noticeable, too. When you talk about game times, we were at that game when we were traveling last week, right?
In Seattle, yeah.
In Seattle, saw T-Mobile Park, and it was a sweet lose. Tigers were playing against the Mariners. We had to leave early. We knew we were going to have to leave early. People were saying, you can't do that. I know. And I kind of joked that when we left, I knew a game that was kind of a dog game so far would ramp up and finish well. And boy, did it. The Mariners were down 3-1 in the 9th, and then they got bases juiced with 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th, and Haniger hit a 3 RBI bases clearing double to win on a walk-off fashion. So that was great. But what my point was, we're on the ferry already going over.
Yeah.
We left in the 5th, and so by the time we're on the ferry, it had already moved into the bottom of the 8th inning in a matter of 20 minutes or so. The drive, it was like a 7-minute drive over there, and it was, a 2-hour and 30-minute game. That was it.
By the way, White Sox team batting average 220.
Ooh.
The Mariners are 216, and that's a playoff team right now.
They are, yeah. What they got
They're
hot.
216.
They're right in the wild card.
Reds are 230. Top in the game, batting average-wise, the Padres at 265. Team batting average. 265.
Do you ever go to a minor league? I don't know if you've seen the Clippers at all this year, but
not this year, no.
When you stare up at the board and the players roll by, and you don't know who a lot of these guys are, who's coming up, who's going down. Nobody's hitting over 230. Nobody is hitting. Who hits?
It's been developing over years. And I know what Major League Baseball wants to do. They want to change things up when it comes to starting pitching. And by the way, if you have starting pitching that goes longer in the games, your hitting will improve just naturally. Because your pitcher will be out there longer, you will see the pitcher more often. And as a batter, that will help you. But this is not something that's going to be fixed overnight. I don't like the 6-inning minimum and 100 pitches. And look, double hook. You pull your starter, you pull your DH. That's it. Coming up next, I want to talk to you about something that is complete and total common sense, and I don't know why every single team doesn't do it. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
You can expect a slowdown due to an accident if you need to travel on Alum Creek Drive at Bixby Road. And we also have slower traffic on westbound 70 downtown between the 71 East and West split. This report is sponsored by AutoZone. Get in the zone. Starting stronger starts at AutoZone, where they've got battery solutions in the form of free battery testing, free battery charging, and replacement batteries that fit your needs. That's what makes them America's #1 battery destination. Get in the zone. AutoZone. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Looking for reliable roofing services in Central Ohio? Go with Nitro Roofing. We'll get the job done right the first time. Reach out today for a free estimate at nitroroofing.com.
One thing about us parents, we think we know what's in, but we're usually way off. That's why I take my kids to Great Clips for back-to-school haircuts. From fresh fades to beachy waves, they can use the online lookbook to find the cuts they want at prices I can't resist. Plus, with convenient online check-in, we save tons of time, too. I may never know what's cool again, but hey, with back-to-school haircuts at Great Clips, I don't have to. Download the app today. Great Clips. It's gonna be great.
Hey, welcome to IKEA's complete sleep event. Don't miss dreamy offers on sleep essentials.
I've tried counting sheep, but keep losing track.
We've got you. IKEA family members save 15% off your purchase of $300 or more on select sleep comfort items. Plus, we're throwing a pajama party in-store on August 31st. Wear your favorite PJs for a free breakfast.
Ooh, we have matching PJs.
Don't wait. Go to IKEA-USA.com/bettersleep or visit your local store today. Offer valid August 7th through September 10th. U.S. only. See store and IKEA-USA.com for full details and eligible items. Restrictions apply.
Next. The last thing you want to do is take another trip to the doctor's office.
And sign here and here and here.
Save yourself the hassle by visiting VeriHeal.com to talk to a state-licensed medical provider about medical cannabis. You'll see if you pre-qualify in just a few minutes. Simple as that. That'll make your day go from this to this. Visit VeriHeal.com. VeriHeal. VeriHeal.com.
Shop Meijer for all your back-to-school essentials. Pull out your supply list and check it off as you go, because it's all in one stop. Right now, buy one, get one 50% off when you mix or match writing essentials like permanent markers, highlighters, pencils, and gel pens. Plus, Meijer brand 24-count crayons and glue are just 25 cents. You'll get an A+ in savings when you shop back to school in one stop at Meijer. Exclusions apply. See all the deals in-store or in the Meijer app.
Here at The Fan, we give you 14 hours of live and local programming every day. We care about you. We live and work in your community, except Bo Bishop. He won't tell us where the hell he is. Your live and local station, except Bo. The Fan.
End the summer with Zumbizi Bay. Soak up the sunshine and dive into an unforgettable experience for the whole family. Get your tickets now and make your final splash at ZumbiziBay.com.
Hey, Buckeye fans, ready for the chance to win one of 12 ultimate Buckeye experiences? As the official wing sponsor of Ohio State Athletics, Roosters is kicking off an incredible giveaway you won't want to miss. We're talking tickets, sideline passes, a trip for two to the Oregon game, and exclusive access to the Ryan Day Coaches Show. Go to roosterswings.com to register and see all the details. 3 drawings, 12 winners. Register today and every day. Roosters, a fun, casual joint.
Bobby Carpenter here for Germain Toyota. Ready for a new ride? Swing by Germain Toyota, ask for my friend Marcello, and discover unbeatable deals and a wide selection of new and certified pre-owned Toyota vehicles. Visit GermainToyota.net and drive away in style today. Germain Toyota on the corner of I-70 and Bryce Road.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty, and I buy real estate as is, fast for cash. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. I buy vacant properties, inherited homes, divorce situations, death in the family. I even buy my tenants won't pay me the rent houses. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000.
Do you have
have foot pain? Foot pain is not normal regardless of your age or job. Podiatric physicians are the most qualified doctors to care for your feet and can provide important foot care solutions or shoe inserts to better manage foot pain. Ohio Foot and Ankle Medical Association podiatric physicians are located throughout the state and are dedicated to providing the highest quality foot and ankle care. We've been serving the profession and the public for over 100 years. For more information or to find a member of the Ohio Foot and Ankle Medical Association near you, visit ohiofoot.org.
Don't let a cold, sinus infection, or allergies ruin your day. Breathe easier, sleep better, and feel healthier with Navage. Visit Navage.com, Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, or a store near you.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Plenty of clouds around, warm and humid with risk of a shower on this Thursday. Temperatures in the mid-80s, down to around 70 overnight. Could see the slight chance of a shower early, but a better chance of afternoon and evening showers and storms on Friday with highs in the mid-80s. With your 10 weather impact forecast, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jerry Martz on The Fan.
Common Man and T-Bone is sponsored by the Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Back when I was banging, this show slapped. Whatever the hell that means. You're listening to Common Man and T-Bone.
Happy Thursday. So glad you've tuned in. Timmy's here. Teddy's here. I'm here. I'll also be at my computer tomorrow night in my basement, 8 o'clock. A new edition of Common Man's Basement. Go follow the YouTube channel. Just search Common Man's Basement on YouTube. Follow it. I did one a couple weeks ago. You can watch that. The first one's still on there. You can watch that. What should I talk about?
Anything you want. I just want to hear.
You give me something to talk about.
I want to hear an extension of your relationship. Like I like to hear, like, I'm a married man, so
the relationship with my wife.
Yeah, absolutely. Right. I just want to kind of know that Sarah and I aren't crazy. That the things that we do are quirks. Other people share them. Like for instance, I want to know if this is the same with you guys, or if this stuff bothers you the way it does me. Sarah's not a short gal. She's like 5'6", 5'7", whatever. Like that's not ridiculously short.
No, that's above average.
Her sister's like barely 5 feet tall, like really short for a grown woman. I can understand that, but I had to move the car this morning. Her car. I was just trying to be nice. Like she got up and took the dog out and, gave her food and all that. So we had some people come in to start working on painting our house. They were going to clean it. So 8 a.m., I like to make sure that the cars are out of the garage so I don't have to be could you move your truck, please, so I can get my car out? I got in her car, and it wasn't so much that the seat was so far forward, even though it is way forward. I mean, I can't even, because I always try it first, and then I realize I actually have to move the seat back before I can even attempt to get in. I move the seat back, and then not only that, it's like the seat is so raised up like I'm sitting on a bar stool. It's awful.
Timmy, this is every woman in the world. My wife is roughly the same height as me. Maybe half an inch shorter. She's not a small girl, 5'6", 5'7".
Okay, yeah.
Right? I will go to get in her car, and it's like, I say to her sometimes, like, are your breasts in the steering column when you're driving? Like, what is the matter with you? Why do you want to sit like this? You're like, it's just going to, at a hard red light, it's going to break your damn sternum.
It's like you've got the alligator arms, the T-Rex arms, so close to the wheel.
And it's too, she wants to be up high like a gargoyle just on a perch.
What are we up so high for?
I don't know. I have no, but it's the same thing with my wife. I get in the thing, I can't even, the steering wheel's crushing my genitals. I don't know how, she's got large breasts too. Yes, breaking news. My wife has big heaving bosoms. I don't know how she drives the car with the seat in that position.
The breasts are in the wheel.
They are. They're in the steering column.
If that airbag blows, you're dead.
You're dead. It breaks your sternum in 2 seconds.
Right into your chest cavity. What is happening?
Why do women like to sit like that when they drive? This is like a sports show conversation from 25 years ago.
Go.
What's the deal with the women drivers?
You think Lori's up there perched real high?
Oh, let me tell you something.
Getting a good angle? Is it? You want to be up there and see well.
No, she didn't want to see.
She doesn't want to see.
She didn't want to see anything.
Put a blindfold on and drive.
I've never, look, that was my first day in Columbus. Working at this radio station was Lori Schmidt. May she rest in peace. She's not dead, but she don't work here anymore. Works for the Dispatch. Let her live. She was taking me over to the Shot to show me around.
To just show you the arena?
Well, they were having some sort of like Jim O'Brien. I was going to go talk to him. He was the coach at the time.
Oh, how exciting.
So I went over to meet Jim O'Brien at the Shot. And Lori drove me over there. And she is the worst driver of all time. The worst driver. And it's not even conscious. That's what I'm trying to say. Where she's like, I'm going to cut this person off. Oh, screw you. She just naturally was cutting people off because she's not looking. Like most people, lane change, they give a little, at least look in the mirror. Like I like
even in your side view mirror?
I like to turn the whole body and look to see if there's somebody in the blind
spot. You do the
spot.
head turn. You don't, because cars have technology now.
I understand,
with the
but you know what? I don't always trust the technology. So I do the head turn, and then I have the technology, and I have the mirror as a fail-safe. But I do the head turn. There was no head turn. There was no nothing. It's just, I'm going over to this lane now. Whoever's here.
Good luck,
everybody. Pedestrians on the sidewalk, she'd run them down, not intentionally.
She'd just pop, like there were points in a video game.
I was
running
like
them
that.
down.
I was like a driving teacher. I'm sitting in the passenger seat. I'm hitting some imaginary brake that's not there. Lori, red light. Oh, I'm sorry. And then she stops in the intersection. Too late now. You just blow past it. Either reverse or keep going. We're in the intersection now.
You know, we have one of my favorite gals at this radio station. I was in the car with her, and maybe this was just one trip. It was. I don't want to throw it all in one trip.
Who is it?
We both like her. Love her. Amy. Amy.
You know what, though?
Amy.
Can I tell you something? That checks out. That checks out.
Amy, you remember, like we haven't had a good lunch date in quite a while, but that last time we all enjoyed some Jersey Mike's, we almost got ourselves killed on the way.
Amy Reeves works in sales. I really like Amy a lot.
Oh, she's one of the best.
Okay.
Love her.
But at least like once a month, I'll be sitting at my desk and I will hear this. And it's Amy falling down the steps.
That's right.
She's always falling. I don't know. She's not dead. She's always falling down the steps.
She is falling down like Michael Douglas. I mean,
and we've got big, steep metal steps.
She could kill herself.
I'm surprised she's not dead.
She fell down some of those metal steps. I guess she caught herself.
Well, she has to catch herself.
Or somebody else was walking down the steps.
If you don't catch yourself, you die.
They're sharp. You know what? It's weird, but I was talking to you last week about how I was out on the patio at the place we were staying at in Vancouver and how you get a little bit of, I'm not afraid of heights, but when you're out in open air, you're just naturally going to be a bit more on edge and scared.
You're aware of it.
And my mind is going to where, like, boy, what if I just leapt right off? Or what if I just slipped and fell?
Timmy, I take that very seriously.
You know?
There's a hotline you can call. Call me.
It's not like that.
I understand.
It's like a curiosity thing. Whenever I'm going down my stairs at home, we have a hard tile floor at the bottom of those steps. The steps are carpeted, and then the floor transitions to the tile that's in the main level. It flashes through my mind every time.
Every time. Come on.
I'm not lying to you.
Every time you think about falling down the steps?
What else do I have to think about when I'm going down the steps? What are you thinking about when you're going downstairs? I'm not
thinking about much.
I'm not a psychopath that has a blank mind. We got these people out there that say, oh, there's never been a thing run through my mind. There's no inner dialogue. I don't believe you, or you're a psychopath.
There's a difference
My sister-in-law claims this. I think about cracking. I even say it. If Sarah's around the corner in the kitchen, I'm walking down the steps, I go, crash, bang, boom, snap. That's what I say. That's me falling down and my leg breaking in half.
You're
Kevin Ware style.
All right, I promise you. Coming up next, no more stories about, breasts in the steering column or falling down the steps. Common sense thing that a team is doing that every single team should do. That's next. Colin Mann and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
You're going to run into some stop-and-go traffic that's causing a 10-minute delay on northbound 71 on the north side between East Broad Street and 11th Avenue. And we have a 5-minute slowdown on westbound 670 from 71 to Neal Avenue. This report is sponsored by Direct Auto. Direct Auto Insurance is for uncompromisers. With a super low down payment, you can stop compromising and keep driving. Get a free quote at directauto.com. Down payments vary. Does not mean savings. How you buy can affect price. National General Group, Winston-Salem. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Wendy's new Saucy Nugs come in 7 saucy flavors. Yep, you can literally hear your taste buds going. Taste bud sounds may vary. For a whole new way to nug, gotta be Wendy's. Open till midnight or later.
At participating U.S. Wendy's, hours may vary by location.
Delaware County Veterans Services invites you to visit The Wall That Heals from September 12th through the 15th at Havner Park in Liberty Township. Pay homage to those that have served in the Vietnam War. The Wall That Heals is free and open to the public. To learn more, please visit thewallthathealsohio.com.
With the cost of raw materials increasing every day, we've had to find ways to keep our window affordable. At Rosati Windows, we're committed to providing value, so we've invested hundreds of thousands of dollars in new machinery and new software. This technology allows us to manufacture our products more efficiently, and those savings are passed on to you without sacrificing quality or service.
Call Rosati Windows today, 777-4806.
It's time that we face the facts when it comes to organ, eye, and tissue donation. It exists to save and heal lives. It's a way to look out for one another, to continue a legacy and give the gift of a fuller future, the gift of life.
But what about the barriers around organ donation?
Cost, age, religion, race, or health status are not factors that can get in the way. All it really takes is one epic yes. Register today to become an organ, eye, and tissue donor at donatelifeohio.org.
It's the summer sell-down at Performance Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram. Get 0% for 36 months on select Wranglers, Gladiators, and Grand Cherokees with no payments for 90 days. One Performance, 2 locations, Georgesville and Delaware.
With approved credit from Stellantis Financial Services on select 24 in-stock inventory. Cannot combine offers. Ends 8/30/24.
We go to war for you. At Sugar Schnurr Trial Attorneys, we don't back down. Accident? Call us today at 877-WAR-FOR-YOU or visit warforyou.com for a free consultation. Results matter because we go to war for you. warforyou.com. Bobby Carpenter once sold workout equipment on QVC Canada. There's no joke here. That actually happened. Morning Juice with Bobby and Beamer.
Weekdays starting at 6.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Common Man and T-Bone here. Visit Hollywood Casino Columbus this summer for exciting live sports action. We got the biggest screens around, and ESPN Bet is live in Ohio.
Plus, Penn Play Rewards members can win up to $500 Penn Cash every week. Visit PennPlaySports.com/cover5 today and register for your chance to play and win.
Not a member? Get the Penn Play app today.
Hollywood Casino Columbus is your live sports headquarters.
Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Welcome to Nada Yada Island.
This season on Nada Yada Island.
You were charging your phone? I waited hours for you.
That's how long it takes.
Join Metro and get a free Motorola Edge that'll charge for the day in 15 minutes. At Metro, there's no activation fees. Only at Metro by T-Mobile.
Bring your number ID and sign up for Metro Flex Plus plan. Offer not available if at T-Mobile or have been with Metro in the past 180 days. Requires 68-watt charger, sold separately. Actual performance will vary.
Pain from arthritis is just awful. Constant pain. It robs you of so much of the stuff you love to do. But there are effective ways to deal with that pain. My dad and I can both tell you we were able to get relief without medication or surgery. Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. Listen, there are exciting new cellular therapies that can get you lasting relief. The place to go, QC Kinetics, right here in Columbus, Ohio. Dr. Ray Tesner and his team at QC Kinetics utilize cutting-edge treatments that accelerate your own body's healing properties, revitalizing your joints so you can move again. Learn how QC Kinetics can use advanced regenerative medicine to treat the pain, enhance your joints, and restore your mobility. Surgery and pain pills, they're not the only option. My dad and I went there. We feel so much better. He's able to move around and walk like he wants to. I'm able to go out and run and do the things that I enjoy. So here's the great thing. Give them a call at 380-208-4544. Go to qckinetics.com/Columbus. They have 3 offices in Dublin, Gahanna, and Grove City.
Common Man and T-Bone is sponsored by the Hinderer Motor Company. We love what moves you. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Best known for their contributions to the fast food breakfast world. This is Man and Bone.
Happy Thursday. Bone and I do all our banging at Hollywood Casino Columbus, specifically their 12,000 square foot sports book. It's the place to be. Food, drink, action. Maybe you're saying, I just watch sports at home. It's boring. Or I whip out the phone and maybe I'll place a bet. That's boring. Well, head to Hollywood Casino Columbus. It'll never be boring again. They got Al Capone there with his Tommy gun.
I'm not going to show you my gun.
There's a password to get in. The password is, here's what you do. You go to Hollywood Casino Columbus. At the front, they've got security.
Of course.
Because they got to make sure you're 21.
Got to show an ID.
All of that, right? What you do is you go up to the security guy and say, hey, you're ugly. That's the password. Trust me, they're going to take you to a special part of Hollywood Casino.
You'll get an escort.
That only the select few get to see. It's called the Champagne Room. Trust me. Or you can just say hello and go in and go to the casino, like I like to do. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. The Chicago White Sox are absolutely terrible. They're on track to lose the most games in Major League Baseball history in a single season. They made an announcement yesterday that made me laugh. They have dropped their season ticket prices for 2025 by an average of 10% across the board. And they pretty much said, yeah, we know what's going on. So, sorry.
We're really bad right now.
I'm agreeing with you. And so
10%, that's it, huh?
I think
10% discount.
I think we should take it a step further. I think teams that have a hard time drawing, that are notoriously terrible, should actually give you an even better deal. You bet on them to get good. Okay? The White Sox should say, and by the way, your season ticket, if you buy season tickets next year, first of all, thank you. Because you're going to buy season tickets to one of the worst teams in baseball.
In baseball history.
But if you buy season tickets, full package, for 2025, that price is locked in for the next 10 years.
Woo-wee.
Your season ticket prices will not change. We can win 4 World Series during that time span.
And you're going to see them all.
We can become the hottest ticket in town. But guess what? You were with us when everything was bad. You locked in your price, and we're going to honor that price.
Yeah.
I think bad teams should do that. Because instead what happens is the loyal fans scoop up the tickets even when the team is bad. They go, they feel like they're part of the family. They'd be abandoning the team if they left in their time of need, right? And then as soon as the team gets good again and other people want the tickets, what do? They jack up the prices for everybody, including those loyal people who were there when no one else wanted to be there.
And then it hurts their wallet.
That's
and
exactly
it's tougher
right.
for them and their whole families to go out and enjoy those games.
If you're buying season tickets to a crappy team, you should be able to lock in your price for a minimum of 10 years.
Hey.
I don't care if inflation hits the moon. You are locked in.
I think the businessmen and women in the room are going to say that you're crazy and that we couldn't ever do 10 years. I would hope maybe some kind of price lock, though, at least for the next year. Beyond, you should be locked in if you're buying season tickets to the 2025 Chicago White Sox.
Yes.
Coming off of the worst year in baseball history. 5 years, I would hope.
It shouldn't be 10% off.
I think that should be doable.
It should be 75% off.
Just the fact that you're getting fans to commit to... When you say season tickets, I take that for the 81.
Full package.
The 81
games.
Yeah, if you're going to do the full package, and we're actually going to, maybe we're making less money off of that price of the ticket than we would in the past when the team is good and the demand is high. But hey, got to start back somewhere, right? You should get something. There should be a light at the end of the tunnel. And I like what you said. The fans that go to those games, it almost becomes a badge of honor to stick through it.
Now, I may question the wisdom of that, but ultimately it's your money.
But they're your team.
That's right.
And there's a sense of pride in that where I'm from Chicago. They were my team since I was a little kid. That's who I started with. I'm not going to switch just because they're bad. I'm not doing that. I'll live with them. I'll die with them. I'll hate the ownership. I'll talk bad about them as much as I can. But dang it, I can, right? I can talk bad about them because I go. They're my bad team. I like that.
Who's in the chat today?
Everybody's in the chat.
Jen's in the chat.
Somebody asked me to take my glasses off.
Go ahead.
A while back.
Stare into the camera.
And it's not going to be like Beamer.
Go into that one over there.
Here you go. Well, into that one, I got to... You'll be talking.
On. No, go. Say noises. It's unsettling. All right, now go in that one over there because I'm talking. Look over there. It's unsettling. You have little beady eyes. I'm terrified of you. Stop it. Come over here. Put your glasses back on. You know, this guy, Timmy Hall, is so blind. We had a deal at the radio station. You were going to get free LASIK surgery.
Couldn't get it.
You go into the place, they do the exam, and they say, I'm sorry, sir, we can't help you. You're so blind, we can't give you LASIK.
I remember it was back at COA years ago. And I was excited about it. I was jacked out of my mind for it because T-Bone got this, and I got to see him.
Yeah, T-Bone got LASIK.
Seeing all over the place, just seeing this and seeing that, and nothing wrong with him at all. And then I get the consultation. I'm all happy about it, ready to find out. And what do they tell me? Well, there's a 50-50 shot that we could blind you because there's no space
I think I'll
behind
pass
your
on
cornea.
That. At least they told you.
Of course, I'm thrilled to death that they told me. I want to know that information because it made it an easy choice. I guess I'm just stuck wearing glasses, but they're getting so thick. Like they don't.
Oh, you're gonna have Harry Carey glasses when it's all said and done. You're gonna be that guy.
I think they already are Harry Carey.
They're very thick.
They're just more fashionable frames than his.
Girthy and thick. I'm being told that people are talking about my bald spot in the chat today.
What bald spot?
Well, when I wear my headphones, it smashes my hair down.
Yeah, that happens to us.
So look, you can...
Let me see. Oh, yeah.
I just want to point out...
Never really noticed that.
That the headphones...
It separates the hair a little
smashing
bit.
it down.
Yeah.
Right? If I do a little adjustment.
Well, look. You got nice hair. I
mean...
And we do the thing where we like to...
I'm still a 40-some-year-old guy.
The hair's going to thin, right?
Well, what are you doing? What am I doing?
You could take a pill or you could, do some hair restoration or try this or that.
I take the pill for 20 years.
You have?
Yeah, the Propecia pill. I've taken it for 20 years.
And it's done?
My hair has not really changed from the time I started the pill to now. Now, that could be just luck. Maybe it wouldn't have changed anyway, even without the pill. I don't know.
I feel blessed for the hair that I have, but I also know that it has thinned significantly. Like if it's starting to gray. I'm
gray.
40 now.
It happens.
I'm not dyeing it. I haven't. Maybe I'll hit a point in time where I'm like Jim Nantz and I'm just going to show up one day at 70 years old on a PGA Tour broadcast and I've got auburn hair and try not to say anything about it. Maybe I'll emotionally get to a point where I'll have to do that. But at least as I feel now, I think I'm going to embrace the gray. And my hair was always thick enough where it's naturally thinned, but...
Looking like Stalin.
So, yeah.
I actually saw somebody on here, too, saying that when I try and read something off of a sheet, my face gets really intense. Like I have a sex face. I'll tell you why that is, kids. Dyslexia is real. So when I'm reading, I got to concentrate on what the hell I'm reading.
Like you got a scrunchy face? I don't
know. What? Who?
Who are you with again?
At least I'll try and read. Tyvus won't even read.
Yeah,
Tyvus says he can't read. I don't believe that. He's just insecure about his reading.
I want my next step for development with Tyvus
to be reading.
Is that it's just not just the reading, but like I think it would be fun to see how he would do over there.
In the one chair?
See what you do.
I have told him that before. But he says he's not ready for it.
And I appreciate that he knows he's not ready, but how would we get ready? Now, it would start by, like, you think of all the things that T-Bone does on a daily basis here. You've got things that you have to execute. You'll kick it to him for segments that he's going to do, reading stories inside the NFL, back page.
Yeah, it's a different discipline.
Starting with a little bit of that, where you can maneuver your way. Okay, common man, we've got this story here where some idiot vacuum clean store owner in Denver, Colorado hit 10 people with a Hoover vacuum sucker plus and is going to jail for 30 years.
Has moved to Denver. He's beating people with his Hoover.
Assault and battery with Hoovers. So, I want to hear that.
Though, you're right. Tyvus thinks about it.
Mm-hmm.
He's self-conscious about it. But a guy like Tim May, he'll just sit there. Oh, one chair? Ha! Okay. Hey, I want a fan. Push a button. He doesn't care.
Yep. Let's go.
I'm not any good at it, but hey, giddy up. Degenerate Timmy. Usually T-Bone's here to lose you money. Timmy's going to make you money. Coming up next. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
Watch out for some debris that's in the right lane if you're on eastbound 270 on that north outer belt at 71. And keep an eye out for a disabled vehicle on the right shoulder of northbound 270 on the east outer belt at I-70. This report is sponsored by Robert Half. 9 out of 10 hiring managers are having difficulty hiring. Robert Half is here to help. Their recruiting professionals utilize their award-winning AI to connect businesses with highly skilled talent. At Robert Half, they know talent. Visit roberthalf.com/talent today. I'm Nicole for 97.1, The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is brought to you by Roosters. Roosters is giving away 12 ultimate Buckeye experiences. We're talking tickets, sideline passes, a trip for 2 to Oregon, and more. Register today and every day at roosterswings.com.
Hi, this is Ron from the Good Feet store. Are you standing on painful feet all day? Don't lose hope. We want to help you live without pain. Discover your option and visit goodfeet.com.
At Sunny Street Cafe, we scoff at the notion that restaurants should only have one tagline.
'Cause we
have 7.
And here's our number 7.
Sunny Street Cafe. Food that makes your day better. In a place that makes you feel comfortable.
With 8 locations.
End the summer with Zoombezi Bay. Soak up the sunshine and dive into an unforgettable experience for the whole family. Get your tickets now and make your final splash at ZoombeziBay.com.
We're dealing at Reichert Nissan. Hundreds of Nissans in stock, on the ground, and priced to sell fast. Low lease payments on brand new Reichert Nissan Sentras, only $219 a month. Now we're really dealing. With our lowest prices and 72-hour exchange policy, you can't buy the wrong car. Visit the Reichert Mega Mall off 270 and 33, or shop thousands of new and certified used at ReichertNissan.com. We're dealing.
With approved credit. 2024 Sentra SV FWD 36-month lease with $3,000 due at signing. Offer ends 9/3/24.
You know that thing you've always been too scared to go for? It seems like you'll never have the guts. Then a cancer diagnosis. And doing that thing becomes way less scary. I would know. I've always wanted a black belt. And today, the only thing standing in my way is a few wooden boards. It's been a lot of hard work and 5 years since I beat cancer at Ohio Health. Bring it on. You keep making plans.
Visit ohiohealth.com/keep making plans to learn more.
When there's a United Dairy Farmers nearby, made from scratch ice cream is too. Stop by while 2 dip cones are buy one, get one free. All flavors, including peach and cookies and cream. UDF ice cream, made for you.
Remember the Cotton Bowl back in December and how you wanted to die? The Buckeyes are back, baby, and hopefully much better than the Cotton Bowl. The most anticipated season in history is here. We're your home of the Buckeyes, The Fan.
This week, find hot summer deals in one stop at Meijer. Shop locally grown sweet corn, 5 for $2. Pork butt for $1.69 per pound. And hamburger helper for just $1. Plus, earn M-Perks points every time you shop for groceries, apparel, and at the pump. You even earn points at the Meijer Pharmacy, so schedule your flu shot today. Available now. Meijer has all you need in just one stop, and the same low Meijer prices in-store and online. Exclusions apply. See all deals in-store or in the Meijer app.
Hi, this is Justin Hinderer. Come see us at John Hinderer Ford in Washington Courthouse for the best selection of new and pre-owned vehicles in Fayette County. We're all in on America and proud to be your Ford AgPack dealer. Don't forget to ask about our convenience and mobile service at the home of the lifetime powertrain guarantee, including engine, transmission, rear differential, and drive shaft on all qualifying vehicles. John Hinderer Ford, just off 62 at Washington Courthouse, or hindererford.net. We love what moves you.
Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. You've heard their name on the radio. You've seen them on TV and possibly have heard about them from a family member or friend. One question always arises. What makes Newman Roofing different from the thousands of other roofing companies out there? Well, the answer is simple. It's a company built around family. With 3 generations of family in the roofing industry, the Newman family has built a reputation on honesty, transparency, and consistency. Family members holding key positions from the office sales to production teams, they strive every day to ensure Each customer receives excellent experience and a quality product, and I should know they did my roof and their family did a great job. The Newman family drive to take care of their customers radiates throughout their team. Each team member takes pride in the work that they do. As the Newmans say, when your name is on it, it just means more. If you're in need of a roof repair or replacement, call the company that is built around family. Newman Roofing, 614-NEW-ROOF or newmanroofing.com.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Right Way Heating and Cooling and Bryant, doing whatever it takes to keep you and your home comfortable. The Fan.
Yes, we tried unplugging and then plugging them back in. It didn't help. This is Man and Bone.
Nobody's here. Timmy's out in the hallway. Teddy's out in the hallway.
I was going off of the producer of the show. I figured he had
You guys are out there
timer.
chatting. Here I am.
We made it.
Professional, ready to do my job.
we made it.
Unlike these slackers.
I didn't notice any issue. Did you?
Back in the day, Teddy, we didn't have computers that just fired everything. You manually had to sit there and fire every single commercial, every single piece of music, everything.
Yeah.
That was the producer's job. Now you're a spoiled brat.
It was so much harder back in the day. Yeah, it was rough.
That would have been a disaster. That would have been a total disaster.
Well, I never would have left the studio.
You
though.
couldn't leave.
Yeah.
That's why, back in the day, you had to have more than one producer for a show because one guy had to be on the board all the time.
Right.
To run things.
And then you'd have an executive producer that could do some other things, maybe cut some sound.
When I was
in the
working
show.
at One-on-One Sports, we had a guy who just was on the board all the time. We had a guy whose job it was to answer calls and screen calls all the time, work the phones.
That's right.
And then we had what we call the liaison between the host and the producer who would run stories in and out, like printed up stories. And here's who's coming up on the show. Terry Bradshaw used to play in the NFL. He's on Fox now.
Here's some
You're
facts
going to
about
talk
him.
to him, right?
Yeah.
Now he's bald. Not like you. You're kind of bald. He's really bald.
He looks like every grandfather in the United States of America.
Right.
That's his face.
There was also the time when I was at One-on-One. I was producing and I was working the phones this day, which means I was in charge of not just screening calls, but getting all the guests lined up and calling the guests. And the host said, I want to talk to so-and-so. And I forgot who it was. It was, anyway.
When you say he wants to talk to so-and-so, he was just pulling a guest on the fly there for you?
Yes, he was talking about a
Get this
particular
guy
topic. And he said, I have this guy's number in my Rolodex. Call him. I want him on the show. I didn't know who the hell it was. I think it was a NASCAR driver or something.
Right. Or if he even could come on the show.
But I don't know. I called. And the woman picked up the phone. I assume his wife. I asked for so-and-so. She goes, he passed away 3 months ago.
Oh, my God.
And it's like, oh, my God. So then I got mad at the host. Like, did you know and you set me up? He says, no, I swear to God, I had no idea.
It had been a while since he had contact.
Yeah.
Just one of these old, radio contacts.
Yes. Because I thought at first the host set me up, and I was actually pissed. But he said he had no idea. I believe him. I did murder him anyway.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, he was dead. I asked for, can so-and-so come on the show and play? I'm sorry. He's passed away.
What do you say to that?
I say, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry to bother you. And then I just hung up in shame, in embarrassment.
What else can you say? I mean, you said the right thing. You don't even know this woman. You're just trying for
I was like,
work
oh, my
purposes.
condolences.
That's terrible.
Sorry. I'm going to go punch myself in the sack
What
now.
happened?
Nothing.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, no, I didn't ask what happened.
Like an idiot would stay on the line. So,
I thought he had the good Hodgkins, no?
It didn't go well, huh, after that last visit.
All right, degenerate Timmy.
Timmy! Picks for the weekend.
Degenerate Timmy is brought to you by our friends at Ohio Health. Timmy!
You heard that thing that said picks for the weekend? Well, forget about all that, because these are just futuristic type of picks, not just picks for the weekend, because I don't have any fun with those. We like to have fun with long-term value type of stuff. So I've spoken about this a little bit before. I can't get behind it enough. College football, Ohio State, I'm still seeing them trending with a win total with an over-under of 10.5. I don't get that.
Are you kidding?
Yeah, Teddy's saying,
of course, bang the over. Are you kidding?
I think that is guaranteed free money. If you are seeing that number anywhere, get in on some of that sweet action. because they are the over. Maybe they drop one of these games. I firmly believe it's going to be an 11-1 or a 12-0 Ohio State football team going to the Big Ten championship game.
It better be.
I mean, you look at this. They got two big road games, week 6 or 6 game. There was a bye week in there, but there's 6 game at Oregon. They got to go on the road
Oregon
to
and
Penn State.
That's it.
And then they're home against Michigan. And I believe if they drop the Oregon game, they're in no way going to lose that Michigan game at the end of the season. Playing the odds there, take the over. By the way, looking at some of the point spreads you can already find for Ohio State football games out there, and these will get moved and locked in. Some of them have not been released yet. But what do you think about the opener against Akron? What do you think that line is going to be?
I mean, I don't know, 30?
49.
Okay. God bless.
49. I would go with an Akron cover before I know more.
What's the money line on that? If I just take the Buckeyes to win straight up, I got to put down what? Like
$72 million
$1,000 to win $2.
Yeah.
Something.
Floyd Mayweather is making that bet right now. He'll put $100 million on the Buckeyes to beat Akron. Yeah, they're going to win. I don't know. That 49-point spread there, I might take Akron for that. What about Western Michigan in game 2? I don't know what the accuracy is of this number, but 22 points. So they see Western Michigan to be a much better team.
Don't
the
pay
Broncos
attention
there.
to anything week 1, beyond week 1.
And Oregon, seeing some trends that Oregon could possibly be favored,
right,
a
fine.
1.5 point favorite
Go ahead.
for the Oregon Ducks. They're the home team there. What about some real quick Heisman fun? Of course, Will Howard is named the starter here, so I think you're going to see a lot of these lines get adjusted, but maybe not so much, because I think the whole college football world had already planned on him being the starter. That's why he was 6th in the Heisman voting to begin with. But you have Dylan Gabriel of Oregon, best odds at about plus 700. Carson Beck, Georgia, 750. Quinn Ewers, plus 1,000. Jalen Milroe, plus 1,000. Jackson Dart, great name, plus 1,200. Then Will, 6 best odds at plus 1,400, depending on where you look. I like that. It'd be fun. The Buckeye quarterback. What about a Jeremiah Smith sprinkle? Plus 15,000.
Are there odds on Caleb Downs in there? Now,
I can find some.
The earth has to move for a defensive player to win the Heisman. I understand how it works now, but Caleb Downs making noise about taking some offensive snaps. If he does that, let's say they just use him once in a while in the red zone, he gets into the end zone a couple times. Heisman voters get hard for stuff like that.
I'm seeing him at plus 15,000, seeing him at plus 20,000.
I'm not saying put your mortgage on it, but if you want to put $10
it'd be fun.
On that,
it'd be fun.
It would pay off well. All right, Fat Boy Food coming up next. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
You should watch out for an accident that's on westbound 270's off-ramp to Sawmill Road, and that's on the North Outer Belt. Both shoulders are blocked there. And we have a 5-minute delay on eastbound 70 on the east side between James Road and 270. This report is sponsored by Direct Auto. Direct Auto Insurance is for uncompromisers. With savings of up to 25%, you can stop compromising and keep driving. Get a free quote today at directauto.com. Savings vary. National General Group, Winston-Salem. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by The Waterworks. Trust the pros at The Waterworks for all your plumbing, drain, heating, and cooling needs. Visit thewaterworks.com today to get started.
There's never a good time for your furnace or air conditioner to stop working, but we're honored that for the past 100 years, Atlas Butler customers have relied on us the night before Thanksgiving, the day before their wedding, and even Christmas morning for fast, convenient service. Your trust means everything. Call today, get it fixed today. That's our pledge to you.
Atlas Butler is at your service. Call 1-800-FURNACE.
With surgery and drugs being the main options to treat chronic joint pain, that left orthopedic surgeons like Dr. Ray Tessner thinking,
geez, wouldn't it be nice if we can have another form of treatment that eliminates some of the downside and has a bigger upside as we learn more about it?
And then he found it. Regenerative medicine, an exciting, fast-growing approach to dealing with pain using healing agents from your own body.
Well, it's using the miracle benefits of the human body to help encourage healing.
Today, you'll find Dr. Tessner at QC Kinetic. Kinetics, the nation's leader in regenerative medicine, giving patients lasting relief from joint pain in their knees, hips, shoulders, and back.
It's one of the best management tools that has come around in a long time.
Finally, options other than surgery and steroids. All natural regenerative treatments at QC Kinetics. Learn more. Call today for your free consultation.
Go to QCkinetics.com/Columbus or call 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544. 380-208-4544.
We go to war for you.
Hi, I'm attorney Robert Scherger of Scherger Shannara Trial Attorneys. Remember, when you're in a legal battle, we're your warriors. Call Scherger Shannara Trial Attorneys at 877-WAR-FOR-YOU or visit warforyou.com for a free consultation. Know your rights, because results matter. warforyou.com. That's 877-WAR-FOR-YOU or visit warforyou.com.
War for you, warforyou.com.
0% up to 48 months on 2024 and 25 new Lindsay Hondas.
That's zero, zip, zilch, nada.
This August, Lindsay has unbelievable savings. By offering 0% up to 4 years on every Honda on the lot, Lindsay has over 500 vehicles.
If we don't have it, it doesn't exist.
Plus, talk to us about electric options with up to $97.27 in combined savings with dealer and federal tax credits.
LindsayHonda.com or I-70 in Bryce Road.
With approved credit on select in-stock 24-25 Honda models. Dealer contribution may affect consumer cost.
Driving plays a big part in driving the local economy. It helps us all get where we're going and creates good jobs close to home. At Synovus Energy, our refineries in Toledo and Lima are a reliable domestic source of gasoline, diesel, and jet fuel. Plus, more than 2,300 employees and contractors work for us here in Ohio. See how we're helping local communities move forward at Synovus.com.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus. The Fan. Sports Center.
Good afternoon. I'm Paul Keels. Ohio State coach Ryan Day making the anticipated announcement earlier today that Will Howard will be the Buckeye starting quarterback when the season begins.
When you take the aggregate of all the numbers, Will graded out significantly ahead of the other guys in teamwork.
There'll be one NFL preseason game tonight. The New England Patriots playing host to the Philadelphia Eagles. Buffalo Bills say veteran linebacker Matt Milano is out indefinitely due to a torn biceps injury. Baseball, Columbus Clippers with a doubleheader today at Iowa. Meanwhile, both the Reds and the Guardians have the day off. Both teams with winning streaks going into the weekend. This update brought to you by BMI Federal Credit Union. Your best credit union 6 years in a row with 47 financial coaches to help you on your financial journey. Visit bmifcu.org/coach for more info. Breaking sports news when it happens on The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
No Desmond Howard death wishes since 2012. This is Man and Bone.
Teddy?
Yeah.
This ain't one of them. Also, have I done all the sponsor things today? What did I miss?
No, the show sponsor.
Oh, this dumb show brought to you by the Hinderer Motor Company. Timmy is with me. Teddy is with me. Paul Keels was there. He just ran away. Ran away.
I mean, he was here today. He's part of it today.
No, I know.
Jen's back there today.
Oh, we have some big news that we can't talk about today because I don't know if we're supposed to talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
I won't talk about it.
Yeah, got to wait on that.
Yeah, I'll wait on it. I don't want to spoil anybody's fun. A lot of you are mentioning to me that it seems like I'm not even speaking English anymore when I announce Fat Boy Food Tip.
Yes.
That is on purpose.
Of course.
I'm just trying to get to the point where it's just noise. It's not even like I start saying it, like it just sounds.
Right. It starts with Fat Boy Food Tip, and then you say Fat Boy Food Tip faster and in different noises.
It is developing into just me screaming. Not quite there yet. There's still some semblance of Fat Boy Food Tip in there.
Mm-hmm.
But every single day it will get worse until I'm just screaming at you and saying no words.
You were asking for ideas about, the Common Man Basement podcast.
Yeah, I'm going to do a Common Man Basement tomorrow night, YouTube, 8 o'clock, or watch it at your leisure, but I would really wish you were there live.
So you're a bit of a goofier guy, getting to know you.
Thanks, everybody. Hey, you're a goofy guy.
It's in a good way. Can't you just take a damn compliment?
I hate the word goofy.
What's wrong with goofy?
I don't know.
Was silly better?
No.
Some silliness?
Any silliness.
What's wrong with being a little silly?
Fine, go
I like
ahead.
to be silly when I'm at home.
Go ahead, you goofy.
Do you goofy bast? Do you have any like noises like that you will use? Like
we have
either you to Kristen, Kristen to Samantha,
First
you
of all,
to Samantha back and forth.
I've talked to this on the air. We have a family noise.
A family noise
that we do, and the noise changes cadence and pitch depending on what it relates to. Like if you're trying to find someone in the house, you sort of give a little meh, 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 and then they will in return meh, and then I go towards the sound.
Like a Marco Polo.
Yeah, it's kind of like that.
Sounder.
It's like, meh.
Yeah.
Now, if you drop something,
yeah.
Sometimes
that's my bad.
You'll just out of frustration.
Mm-hmm. So we will play the board game. Is it a board game? Trouble? Does that count as a board game?
Call that a board game.
Yeah, the bubble popper. Everybody knows Trouble, right? It's like pulling teeth. It's almost a thing now where Jack just hates playing games. Just doesn't like to play games, and he wants to finish dinner and go back to hanging out with his friends.
He's got other things to do.
Other things going on, but
He's discovering himself.
Mom wants to try to at least extend the time we have together at the dinner table.
He's a 13-year-old boy.
I know he is, but I think it's nice that we have dinner at the table.
I agree with you.
And maybe want to spend, turn 30 minutes there into 45 minutes.
That should be non-negotiable.
Right.
We have that in our house. I don't care what's going on. We always sit down and have dinner as a family.
So we try to play some Trouble, and every time that comes up, he's like, he'll start convulsing. He almost has like a convulsion. That's not a word, but he convulses when Trouble gets brought up. He'll start kind of shaking at the table. Like, he'll shake his head back and forth like,
Well, you know what you say? You say, Jack.
I'm like, this is
pick a
happening.
game. We'll play any game you want.
Any game.
As long as it's at this table for 20 minutes.
Any game.
So any game.
Anytime.
Strip poker. Let's go.
And anytime we're playing a game where you're moving pieces, and I've got the count. This actually stems from, and I don't know why, but noises that Anthony Rothman once made. And I don't know why he made these noises, but he would kind of do like a like if we'd ever be golfing and he would miss a putt or someone would have a bad shot, if a ball would go into the woods, he might just go like a downward
trombone.
Yeah, like a sad trombone, but it didn't sound like a trombone. So when I get like a 5 on Trouble, I go 1, 2, 3, and I'd go like that with my last 2 strokes. And Sarah and Jack just obviously totally hated that, but that's the noise I always do when I'm playing games.
Time to do the segment now.
Common Man and T-Bone have very little value unless they're telling you about all the crap they can shove in your mouth so you can die quicker.
It's time for Fat Boy Food Tip.
Wait, how do you want me to say it? Tip? This is dumb. I quit.
All right. Timmy came to me today and said, man, you're so goofy. What I'd love to do on your silly show is talk about my top burgers in the city.
You're a fun guy.
Now, what prompted this was our friends at Smash Buddies brought over some burgers today, and we stuffed our faces with them. They have a new brick and mortar location in German Village.
I think it's in the Brewery District.
Brewery District adjacent to German Village, right off of Front Street. Anyway, they were very delicious, and Timmy has his top 5 burgers in the city.
Got them right here.
Go ahead.
My goofy list for you right now. Number 5, I'm going to go with a new one that I just tried recently because I've been waiting to try this place. You recommended it. Their fries were beautiful. The presentation obviously is beautiful with this spot. It's a pricier joint, but the burger there is pretty kick-ass. I'm talking about the Restoration Hardware Burger.
Yay!
It's good, right?
I'm telling you, buddy.
It's like
the fries,
like that bite.
It's
all of it.
Drippy and juicy and
the buttery bun with the burger.
You mocked me. You mocked me
Well.
when I said you have to go to the 3rd floor of a furniture store to get some good fries and a burger or a prime rib sandwich. You mocked me. You said, you goofy SOB.
You silly man. You silly man. You're a silly, stupid man.
Now, you're not getting out of there for under $100, but still.
Right. So that's why I put it at number 5. On taste alone, if you could present that burger as a $12 burger somewhere, my God, it would be right up there for tops in the city. Value-wise, that's a $22 burger. Sharp American pickles, onions, Dijonnaise. I did it with the Dijonnaise. I did it. It's the way it came. Yeah. You can add Black Forest bacon for $6. Avocado for $4. You can make that a $32 burger. Number 4. I took you here 10 years ago or so. It's on Thurman Ave. It's a coffee house, the German Village Coffee House. I love their burger. It couldn't be more opposite, but I think they're both neat to experience and enjoy. It's the greasiest greasy spoon type of place imaginable. Folks that have been there, they know that. Diner feels small, galley-style place. The burgers are half a pound. I love that. That is good on them for standard burgers, a half pound. And the original, it's great. Diner, classic. It's a $7 burger. Value's as good as it gets. Lettuce, tomato, pickle, onion, and mayo.
It's the German Village Coffee Shop, right? Not the coffee house.
No, I think it's a coffee house.
Is it coffee house?
Yeah.
All right, my point is, you said, they're a half pound. Yes, and that's large. However, they're not even the biggest burger on that block.
I'm sorry, it is the shop. Jeez.
That's what I thought.
Idiot. Yeah, it's the shop.
German Village Coffee Shop.
Yeah.
They're not even the biggest burger on that block.
Well,
because Thurman's comes in at 3/4 of a pound.
What's a special? What do you think the price point difference is? It's a little bit different.
I'm sure it is.
Yeah, in different types of places.
All right, go ahead.
Being
I'm sorry.
so close.
I'm such a goofy guy. I interrupted you. Goofy.
Number 3, I'm going to go with the DK Diner here. DK Diner over in Grandview. Love this spot. Have loved it for a long time since I came to town. The Wake Up Burger. Wow, that's incredible. But so is this donut burger. 2 killers there. Donut burger is that. So you got an over hard egg. We got to make the egg a little bit harder because it's with the donut. I appreciate that. Premium smoked bacon, cheddar, and the donut is grilled and glazed as the bread. It's awesome. The Wake Up has an over easy egg, so drippier.
I like drippy.
Teddy likes hash brown on the burger.
You get
That's
a nice
great.
Crispy. It's got to be crispy though.
It's crispy. That hash brown, they crisp it up.
You don't want to give you a soggy
God.
hash brown. That would be silly and goofy.
And you get the cheddar, lettuce, tomato, onion on a buttered brioche bun. $10.79 for the donut, $10.99 for the Wake Up. Number 2, Hot Mess. I'm going to the Crooked Can over in Hilliard. My spot there. This one, I'm going to go with the double bacon bourbon burger. $12.50. Bacon, fresh jalapenos. A winner.
Oh, I love the fresh
You turned me on to those.
I love the fresh jalapenos.
Because you get those as an option at Five Guys.
That's right.
You say yes.
Pickled's fine. All right, pickled's fine.
Oh,
but
fresh.
That fresh gives you an extra bite.
It's zesty. It's not even too spicy. I don't know what people
You
come
don't
to
like that? You're goofy. That's what I say.
It's not even too spicy. It just tastes good.
That's right.
Cheddar, bourbon, bacon jam is the killer. Lettuce, barbecue, and an onion ring on the burger. Classic burger, too, they have with lettuce, tomato, onion, and pickle. Choice of Swiss, pepper jack, cheddar, or American for $10 right there. Good deal. And look, you know what my number 1 is going to be. It's always been number 1 in the rankings. It's just had a special place in my heart. It's one of the first restaurants I visited in Columbus. When you ask people when you move to town, where do I go? Where should I go? What's a good spot?
Did I take you
Thurman
there
Cafe
for the first time?
I think I went with you for the first time, and I've been back 30 times through the years, and I've become friends with some of the people that have worked there.
Look at you.
And it's phenomenal. What do you have a photographic memory of the burgers there? I like the Western. I like the A1.
They had one there called the Big TC.
I'm going to tell you what's on the Big TC.
Which was almost like a Big Mac on Texas toast.
The Big TC. I'm looking at their menu here because there's too many. It was. I saw the Big TC earlier. I'm rolling it. There's my Western burger.
It's special sauce, which means you wouldn't like it.
All beef patty, special sauce, lettuce, American cheese, pickle, onion on Texas toast. That is a classic burger. That's
Delicious.
a classic burger.
I think more burgers should be on Texas toast.
I agree.
Don't worry. Look, I love a good brioche bun.
Like a melt.
Bun's good. However, a Texas toast burger, fantastic. Now, what I like to do when I make burgers at home sometimes, burger on a buttered and grilled English muffin.
Really? I love English muffins. I make breakfast sandwiches.
It has the taste profile of a good sourdough. Plus, you get the nooks and crannies, and it's nice and crispy in there. Gives you that crunch.
The nooks and crannies are just...
It's a perfect vessel to hide bits of goodness.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, if you've never tried it before, Thomas's English muffin, split it in half, put some butter on it. When you're grilling up the burger, just like you'd warm up the bun, put that face down on there for just a second. get a little toasty, and then use that as your burger bun.
So it's a small item. So you're making three of those? You eating three of those?
I'm just saying, that's not going to be just one.
Of course, yeah.
I mean, if you're a regular person,
what's your order?
One.
Eating three of them because it's an English muffin?
Me, probably 2 or 3.
Yeah, they're almost like slider size when you do it that way.
That's right. All right, thanks, Timmy. Good job. College football is no place for Hitler. I want to point out that I handed this sheet to Fish before the show. He got very nervous about this story. He's like, what are you talking about with Hitler? I said, trust me, I'm a professional. I know what I'm doing. College football, no place for Hitler. Details next. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
You're going to run into a 5-minute delay on southbound 315 from Kinnear Road to Town Street. And keep an eye out for a disabled truck that's on the right shoulder of northbound 270 on the east outer belt at I-70. This report is sponsored by Direct Auto. Direct Auto insurance is for uncompromisers. With savings of up to 25%, you can stop compromising and keep driving. Get a free quote at directauto.com. Savings based on discounts can vary. How you buy can affect price. National General Group, Winston-Salem. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Did your mobile provider just increase their prices again? Switch to Spectrum Mobile, the nation's fastest growing mobile provider. With Spectrum Mobile, you get unlimited talk, text, and data, plus nationwide 5G. Switching to Spectrum Mobile has never been easier. We'll pay off your phone balance up to $2,500. Stop dealing with price hikes from your cell phone company. Get Spectrum Mobile. Visit spectrum.com/itpays-to-switch for full details. Offer subject to change. Service not available in all areas. Restrictions apply.
My name is Brennan Ward. I'm a football player. It was just an average warm-up. All of a sudden, I felt my knee move out of place, and I fell to the ground. Me and my mom went to orthopedic one. I think I knew I wanted to get surgery just because I wanted to get as healthy as I can for the long run. Orthopedic one got me back on the field doing what I love.
Pop quiz. What's the best way to go back to school? With Giant Eagle and Market District, of course. From lunchbox favorites to fun after-school snacks, they make it easy to care for growing minds and stomachs. And with their Deals for School Days program, you'll enjoy savings on thousands of items throughout the store. But don't wait. Featured items are only available at these low prices for a limited time. So stop in and stock up for the ultimate back-to-school pantry. Visit your local Giant Eagle or Market District today.
It's the summer sell-down at Performance Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram. Get 0% for 36 months on select Wranglers, Gladiators, and Grand Cherokees with no payments for 90 days. One Performance, 2 locations, Georgesville and Delaware.
With approved credit from Stellantis Financial Services on select 24 in-stock inventory. Cannot combine offers. Ends 8/30/24.
When there's a United Dairy Farmers nearby, special savings are too. Stop by while energy drinks are buy 2, get 1 free. Monster, Celsius, Red Bull, and more for less. Only with UDrive Plus at UDF.
Delaware County Veterans Services invites you to visit the Wall That Heals from September 12th through the 15th at Havner Park in Liberty Township. Pay homage to those that have served in the Vietnam War. The Wall That Heals is free and open to the public. To learn more, please visit thewallthathealsohio.com.
Most radio stations suck. Here's why. They don't invest in local programming. We're live and local 14 hours a day. You can rest assured that every stupid thing we say is 100% local. Homegrown dumb since day one. The Fan.
Get Eco.
ECO. Hey, Aaron. Hey, Jerry. Pretty hot this summer, huh? This kind of heat makes me want to invent something that cools everything off. Well, they did invent the air conditioner.
Get Eco.
ECO. Get Eco today, and we'll fix your AC today. Your house will be cool like snow. Cool like an ice rink. Fixed in a blink. Faster than you can think. Our plumbers can even fix your sink. Well, plumbing won't help much with the heat. But yeah, we can fix your sink and anything else that has pipes attached to it.
Get Eco.
ECO. When your house is cool, your people are cool. Our HVAC technicians can be at your house today and quickly repair your air conditioner today. Fix the sink and cool off with a drink. Ooh, I need to invent a new drink. I'll bring the ice.
Get Eco.
ECO.
Get Eco.
ECO.
Get Eco.
ECO. Eco plumbers, electricians, and HVAC technicians. GetEco.com.
If a friend asks how you're doing, and you say,
I'm okay.
When the truth is,
I don't want my problems to burden anyone.
Or you say,
hang it in there.
Because
if I ask for help, they'll just think I'm weak.
Then this is your sign to call, text, or chat 988 for free, confidential support, anytime. You don't have to hide how you feel.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty, and I buy real estate as is, fast for cash. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. I buy vacant properties, inherited homes, divorce situations, death in the family. I even buy my tenants won't pay me the rent houses. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000.
Don't let a cold, sinus infection, or allergies ruin your day. Breathe easier, sleep better, and feel healthier with Navage. Visit Navage.com, Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, or a store near you.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Plenty of clouds around, warm and humid on this Thursday, but only a slight chance of a shower. Temperatures in the mid-80s. Staying mild overnight, down to around 70 degrees by Friday morning. There's a slight chance of early shower, but a better chance of late day and evening showers and storms, and highs in the mid-80s. With your 10 weather impact forecast, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jerry Martz on The Fan.
Common Man and T-Bone is sponsored by the Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
The only thing harder than common man's arteries is T-Bone thinking about a red-bellied woodpecker. This is Man and Bone.
Happy Thursday. Timmy's here. Teddy's here. I'm here. And I'll be in your place tomorrow, virtually at least. I'm doing a Common Man's Basement, 8 o'clock, live. Be there. It's on the YouTube channel. Just search Common Man's Basement on YouTube. Subscribe to the channel, or I'll hate you forever. Watch the show tomorrow night, or I'll hate you forever. And please think of things for me to talk about. Timmy wants me to talk about my relationship with my wife.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and by the way, Kristen says she will come on the show, but she will not come on tomorrow night. She don't want to.
Well, hold on. That sounded like a contradiction. You just said she'll come on the show.
She will come on the show at some point, she says.
Later.
But not tomorrow night.
Yet.
Not yet.
Not tonight.
Right.
What about some of your favorite burgers? I'm seeing some of this coming in now. People say that me putting Thurman's on it makes the list invalid, that they're overrated.
There are people that think Thurman's overrated.
That's fine. Something as subjective as this, I would hope that this would spark some debate and get you guys talking. That's part of what makes food fantastic, is we've all got our favorites. Now, I am seeing Preston's getting some love. I like Preston's.
I like Preston's too.
I wrote them down, but then when I kept doing my list, I went back to the burgers that I have consistently enjoyed. And those, when you heard my list, those are the ones that I've typically eaten the most and gone back to. I like Press Grill's burger. I think they got a fantastic one.
I'm a fan of that.
And I like Preston's. I actually wrote them down. They were right there. And Johnny's is another one of those where I can't believe I haven't had Johnny's yet.
It's on Trayview. I've had that.
It's right by Raymond Memorial, the golf
right.
course. And their thing is, look, that's cool. I love the hole-in-the-wall style place. They even have a little white sign on it that says home of the Super Burger, right? So they're basically advertising what our thing is. And you told me what really, really cold beer. And what's bad about that?
And they have a fried bologna sandwich.
Ah, not my thing, but people love that.
Why not your thing?
I just had a bad experience with bologna as a kid.
Well, like the Oscar Mayer bologna?
Obviously.
It's not the same thing.
I know it's not the same
thing. You're going to put it on a grid. It's thick cut. You put it on a griddle.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
I understand a lot of people like that. I just, look, you can go to Schmidt's and get a fantastic, for people that like that, thick German fried bologna sandwich.
Uh-huh.
But I just gravitate towards the bratwurst, the knockwurst, the Bahama Mama. I just go more for that speed of stuff.
I got it. Let's talk about Hitler, as all good shows do. If you remember this story from Tyvis, stop it.
There he is.
Stop.
There he is. Nice and early, right?
He is nice and early.
Yeah.
He wants to have a little sloppy Joe sandwich, is what I think.
Yeah, I think he does.
Anyway.
He's ready.
If you remember last year, Michigan State got in trouble at a home football game. They put this quiz up on the big scoreboard. You know, as people are filing in, it's just something to do and look at. Like, oh, did you know there was almost a fifth Beatle? I didn't know.
Right.
All right.
Stuff like that.
Whatever. So one of the fun trivia questions they put up on the screen at Sparty Stadium was, hey, where was Adolf Hitler born? They had a picture of Hitler on the screen. Well, he was born in Austria. That's the correct answer.
Oh, great.
Born in Austria. But that caused a little problem, as it would when you go to a game and it's like, oh, who's on the Jumbotron? Oh, Hitler is. Okay, very good.
Imagine just walking into your seat, you go through the tunnel, and that's what's on the Jumbotron.
Michigan State apologized for this. I think they took the person who was in charge of the scoreboard and the quiz outside and just beat him very severely. This was also stolen from a YouTube channel called the Quiz Channel. And now the Quiz Channel is suing Michigan State, saying, you didn't have any right to just use our quiz in the stadium.
Why? Oh, wow. So Michigan State's getting sued.
So Michigan State,
by the company that makes the images or the graphics.
That's exactly right. They made the quiz. They said you didn't have rights to use our quizzes. You're not paying us any money to put it up on your scoreboard. So we're going to sue you. So they got the Hitler problem.
Ouch.
They also have the lawsuit problem.
Wow. So somebody or some group of people that work at Michigan State in the stadium ops office or whoever puts that stuff together, they were just going willy-nilly and finding things on the internet to throw up on the Jumbotron and not clearing it with bosses or anybody.
Just a little question about Hitler.
Did they ask anything about Stalin?
Nothing about Stalin.
Just Hitler?
That's this year.
that's coming
this year
up
with Stalin. The Jackets have announced theme nights for the season.
Yeah.
You ready for some theme nights?
Give me the themes.
All right,
what fun. Are we having a Jimmy Buffett night again?
Well, I'm going to go through, not all of them, but we have kids opening night. I don't know why that's different from actual opening night. They're saying opening night, October 15th against Florida, because that's opening night. October 19th, home against Minnesota, that is kids opening night. All right.
It's all about the kids.
Sure. October 30th is Halloween night. They'll have trick-or-treat buckets for kids on October 30th. November 1st, First Responders Night. November 21st, Hockey Fights Cancer Night. November 27th, Throwback Night. December 10th, Hockey Holidays. Santa and Stinger will be there for photo opportunities.
Hockey Holidays, to me, sounds like Christmas.
Mascot Madness Day is January 4th. Star Wars Takeover Night is January 25th.
That's Bone Night there.
Margaritaville Night is February 6th, home against Utah. I'd do a double take on that one, but yes, I remember now. Hockey is for Everyone Night is February 25th. Grateful Dead Night, March 13th. St. Patrick's Day, March 17th. Kids Takeover Game, March 28th. Military Appreciation Night, April 3rd. Fifth Line Celebration Night, April 12th. And it wraps up with Team Poster Night on April 17th.
All right.
Those are your fun things.
Nothing too crazy.
Fun.
Nothing too out of the ordinary. What's the best item? I'm scanning the list here because everybody likes a nice free item. Hockey Fights Cancer, the HFC. Okay. You get a fleece blanket on that night. Everybody loves a nice fleece blanket for the couch, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we all have our own designated blankets for family members.
You get a mini hockey stick.
Mini hockey stick?
For the kids' takeover game.
That's not bad. You get a tote bag for the Hockey is for Everyone on February 25th. You get a...
we go back to making noises. Let's talk about more burgers.
Yeah, what burgers do you enjoy?
I mean, the burgers on your list are very good.
Right.
I like that Arch City Tavern in the Short North, too. They have a good burger selection.
It's on the list for me.
What's the Wario's? The Wario's guys own a burger place. They do smash burgers. What the hell is it called?
Okay.
I forget what it's called.
I heard you guys talking about this on the show a few weeks ago, right?
Good Buddy. And it's not. No, it's not. Smash Buddies brought us the burgers today. They also have a fantastic burger.
Wario's, who does the tremendous steaks.
Right, but they also have
a burger joint.
Burger concept. And I've had their burgers before. They're very good, and I forget the name of it.
I'm looking it up now, seeing if I can find that. All I see is the Wario's beef and pork.
Hey, go get a good burger at this place. I can't remember what the name of it is.
We don't know what it is. Also, I'm wondering if anybody out there in the chat or can chime back to me if they have tried this Jetpacks burger. This looks mighty good.
Where's Jet Pet's burger?
They have a truck, but they also have a high street address. And they've got a 4.9 on Google, which is quite good. And it just looks something about the shredded lettuce on a smash burger with a nice buttered sort of grilled bun does it for me. And this thing is piled high, and it looks like it does have the drippy fried egg on it on their one main burger.
Good Friends. Good Friends is the name.
Okay, good.
Of the
Wario's
burger concept.
Good Friends.
Good Friends.
Try those
Smash
guys.
burger, very good.
Yeah, Good Friends. And if anyone's tried this Jetpacks, let me know how it was. It looks fantastic.
It's got a good burger, too. It's not a smash. I'm usually a smash burger type of guy.
Me too.
There's a place downtown-ish, I guess we'll call it that, called the Ringside Cafe.
Okay,
It's like a boxing theme. It's been there for a long time.
Yeah,
they have big, thick burgers there.
And you like those?
If that's your thing. I mean, I like all kinds of burgers.
Yeah. If it's done well, if you cook it well, that's the thing I like about Thurman's is they'll cook that thing rare if that's how you like the burger. They'll do it. I usually get it medium.
I feel like, look, I'm usually with a steak. I'm out of time.
We'll talk about that.
We'll talk about meat cookage coming up next. It's a goofy show, Timmy. Goofy. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
We've got a 20-minute slowdown due to an accident that's blocking 2 left lanes on eastbound 270 between 315 and 23, and that's on the North Outer Belt. And you'll hit a 10-minute delay on westbound 161 between Johnstown Road and Hamilton Road. This report is sponsored by Direct Auto. Direct Auto Insurance is for uncompromisers. With savings of up to 25%, you can stop compromising and keep driving. Get a free quote at directauto.com. Savings based on discounts can vary. How you buy can affect price. National General Group, Winston-Salem. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
CBUS Top Picks Best Credit Union, BMI Federal Credit Union has 47 financial coaches to help you meet your financial needs and goals. Visit bmifcu.org/coach to get started today.
As a dad, I've got to make ends meet for my family. Right now, that's tougher than ever. That's why I'm grateful we've got Mike Carey in Congress, a leader who cares about families like mine. Mike Carey introduced the Pay Less at the Pump Act, which will save American families billions at gas stations. Mike's work on passing affordable housing and pro-manufacturing legislation will create new jobs, raise wages for working families, and help build thousands of new affordable housing units throughout Central Ohio. Mike Carey was even instrumental in increasing the child tax credit, a measure to help even low-income families thrive. This family man is grateful that Mike Carey's fighting for pro-family policies. To learn how Congressman Mike Carey's helped your family fight inflation, visit carey.house.gov. Paid for with official funds from the Office of Representative Mike Carey.
Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. Have you ever heard someone say that they just don't make or do things like they used to? While that may be true for many things, there is one company who strives to deliver the customer experience and quality product that we all reminisce about. And that company, well, it's Newman Roofing. You can read it time and time again in their reviews, how much they truly care about their customers and the roofs that they install. And I should know, they installed a roof for me and my family, and it was tremendous. Their sales team was fantastic, and the quality was phenomenal. They strive to leave the home as they found it. And some customers say they even leave it cleaner than it was before. And I can second that. Not only do they install a quality product that is going to protect your home and family for years to come, but they also walk away leaving you feeling confident that you hired the right company. Whether you need a roof repair or replaced, call the company that families have been trusting for 32 years. And that company is Newman Roofing. 614-NEW-ROOF or newmanroofing.com.
Rise and shine, jabronis.
What a show this morning.
There's only one place where Buckeye legends lay the smackdown. Morning Juice with Bobby and Beamer.
Weekday mornings starting at 6.
Give me a juice box, biatch.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Pain from arthritis is just awful. Constant pain. It robs you of so much of the stuff you love to do. But there are effective ways to deal with that pain. My dad and I can both tell you we were able to get relief without medication or surgery. Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. Listen, there are exciting new cellular therapies that can get you lasting relief. The place to go, QC Kinetics, right here in Columbus, Ohio. Dr. Ray Tesner and his team at QC Kinetics utilize cutting-edge treatments that accelerate your own body's healing properties, revitalizing your joints so you can move again. Learn how QC Kinetics can use advanced regenerative medicine to treat the pain, enhance your joints, and restore your mobility. Surgery and pain pills, they're not the only option. My dad and I went there. We feel so much better. He's able to move around and walk like he wants to. I'm able to go out and run and do the things that I enjoy. So here's the great thing. Give them a call at 380-208-4544. Go to qckinetics.com/Columbus. They have 3 offices in Dublin, Gahanna, and Grove City.
Direct auto insurance is for uncompromisers, like Matt. When his old car insurance got so expensive, do you think he walked until his sneakers wore out? No, because he found savings with Direct Auto so he could drive instead of compromise. With savings of up to 25% on state minimum coverage, you too can stop compromising and keep driving. Get a free quote at directauto.com or a store near you. Savings vary, terms apply. National General Group, Winston-Salem.
Hey, it's Anthony here from my friends at Germain Honda of Dublin. Rich is rolling out all of his new Hondas at 2.9% up to 60 months. Just not including the Civic Si and Civic Type R, but all the other awesome new Hondas, 2.9%. You love certified? He has the dream deal. 0.99% APR for 36 months on the 23s and 24s, Civics, HRVs, CRVs, Pilots, and Passports. When you think Honda, you have to visit Germain Honda of Dublin, Sawmill Road, just south of 270.
Common Man and T-Bone is sponsored by the Hinderer Motor Company. We love what moves you. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
We did the math. Common Man has hosted over 5,000 shows on The Fan. 3 of them have been halfway decent. Here's Man and Bone.
Teddy?
Yeah.
This ain't one of them.
No.
But we are talking about meat. We're talking about burgers.
And that's good. Meat is good.
It is good.
Man.
Timmy told us his top 5 burgers in the city. Tyvis Powell is here, and he agrees with me and you. And I'm so glad that I've been vindicated on this. He said it's not even close. Best burger in town is at the Restoration Hardware Furniture Store.
He yelled at me
Easton.
because I had it too low.
I know.
He said it's the best burger in the state.
I like how this is making news now. That you go to on the 3rd floor of a furniture store. It's very bougie. They got a fountain. You sit on couches. It's wonderful.
It's a fine restaurant.
You're going to pay for it, but I'll tell you what, the food is top notch.
And as I'm looking at it here, in today's economy, if you know you're getting a kick-ass meal, if you're in the mood for a burger and fries, is $32 that out of the ordinary?
Yeah.
I know it's expensive, but it's not like $50 or $60. If you want the burger and fry, you can do that for $32. And the presentation is key. So then you get the experience and that fine dining. And even though you're eating a burger and fry,
put the fries in the cone with the wax, with the paper around it.
I was so happy.
Give you a little garlic aioli to dip it in.
I was blown away.
If you go to Five Guys, like Common Man said, you're going to pay $32 anyway, so.
No kidding.
Fair enough.
What did the one guy post his receipt? It was like
Shake Shack's like that, too.
He got a milkshake with it.
Shake Shack is really good, though.
Tyvis, would you like to just grab your headphones and condom and come in here and join us for this segment?
I mean, if you would like me to.
Yeah, come on. Just come on in. Sit. I'm going to talk about meat cookery for a second. Because I watch all these shows on TV, the chefy shows, and I got to show you how awesome I am by eating a steak rare. Listen to me. There are certain cuts of meat that I like rare, right? Like lean meats.
Rare.
A filet.
Rare.
Well, I wouldn't say that. I'll say medium rare.
Medium rare.
But if you have to err on the side of medium or medium.
Go lighter.
I'll go lighter. Give me a rare over a medium well.
Okay, yeah. Oh, for sure.
For something like a filet. For something that doesn't have a lot of fat on it. But when I see somebody, one of these dudes that thinks they're foodie man, order like a ribeye rare, it drives me nuts. Because you are not letting the fat break down properly to flavor that meat the way that it should.
You've got to get some char on it.
You cannot get a ribeye to have the flavor that it should have by cooking it rare. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You can't. Tyvis, turn your microphone on.
It is. You got to cut me
you didn't
up.
have it
See,
up.
Look at that.
I'm sorry.
Rookie
That was
mistake.
on mic.
Rookie mistake. I don't disagree with you. I'm not a rare guy. I never will be a rare guy. Medium is the absolute highest I'll go.
You won't go any lower than that?
No.
You won't do a medium rare?
No.
Why?
Because I'm scared.
Why are you scared?
I don't want it mooing still.
Let me tell you something. First of all,
What's gonna happen?
They've bred all.
That's what.
They've bred all the stuff out of these cows. You know, back in the day, you get like, what is it, trichinosis, whatever they call it?
Some bad diseases.
You get that, you could die.
Yeah,
you're not getting that anymore. You can just eat the cow in the pasture for the most part. Just stick your teeth into it.
It depends on what. Like, what are you getting? Wagyu here? We get Japanese Wagyu?
Well, how fancy we going?
Well, see, that's the thing. The more fancy you go, the higher. Then I might go medium rare there.
Yeah, you're thinking the better the cut, the less you want cooked out of this meat. I mean, I just, typical rule of thumb, unless you're talking about a ribeye or something that's a leaner, like a thinner steak, the thick guys, I want it mooing a little bit.
Well, I'm only a filet guy anyway.
If I'm going ribeye, I'm going medium on my ribeye. If I'm going strip or filet, it's medium rare.
Do you consider prime rib a steak, or
prime
do you
rib's
think
a
it's
roast?
more of a roast?
It's a roast, and that's
I
something
think
else
it's
that
more
needs
of
to be
that, too.
cooked to medium to have that fat really break down and tenderize that meat.
Mm-hmm.
You're wasting the fat. You're ordering a piece of meat that has tons of fat on it for a reason. Why wouldn't you want that fat to render where it's supposed to render?
Let it do its job.
Let it do its job.
You two eat the fat?
No.
No, you
don't eat the fat.
It's
but
critical for the cook of the meat, though.
That's right.
Well, like I said, I only really eat fillets. So there is no fat. It's just all lean.
I got it.
Yeah.
And if that's
what kind of sauce you like with the filet? You like a sauce?
I'm not a béarnaise guy, even though a lot of fillets come with the béarnaise
I do
sauce.
like béarnaise, and I like to dip my fries in the béarnaise too.
That's disgusting.
Why is that disgusting?
I'm almost with Tim on this. That's you know what you need? Garlic butter. First of all, if the steak is cooked properly, you really don't need anything. But I'm only going to use garlic butter.
I have no problem with that. But like if I'm going to a Hyde Park,
you don't need nothing.
I know I don't need nothing. All right. But I'm going to get something.
You don't think that the chef takes that as disrespect?
No, he doesn't care.
I'm not putting
ketchup on it. What's the matter with you?
That's disrespectful.
No, it's not. First of all,
if you cook for somebody and they got to put something on it, you should take it as a sign of disrespect.
Fillets are asking for more flavor. They're asking for sauce.
What kind of filet you get?
I'm just saying they're asking for sauce.
No, they're not.
Let me tell you, next time you go, where you go? Hyde Park? Where you like to go?
I go a little Hyde Park. I tell you what, I went to Jeff Ruby's like 2 weeks ago for the first time.
Okay.
Delicious.
Do you like that? I'm more of a Hyde Park guy, but we'll go together.
Okay.
I'm going to get some béarnaise, and I want you to try. Just try.
I've tried it.
No, try it the way I say to try it. We're going to get a side
of... You want me to drown the steak in béarnaise?
No. Just a little dip. You don't pour it on the steak.
No.
You cut your piece. You got your béarnaise on the side, and then you put a little dip in there. Also, we're going to order some fries for the table, and we're going to dip in that béarnaise sauce.
See, I'm not doing that.
You're going to do it. I'm paying for your meal now.
Hey, forget about the béarnaise sauce, that garlic aioli, that Restoration Hardware slings for the fries.
That too.
They give you the 2 cups too. They give you the ketchup for the standards.
That's right.
But then they give you this other thing. So I'm like, okay.
I told you
they're
about the
putting
garlic
this
aioli.
other thing next to the ketchup. Why don't I try that?
You didn't get the truffle fries?
Sarah got the truffle fries.
Get the truffle
I got the
fries.
regular.
What do you mean?
No.
Are you
$10 difference. The regular is good enough.
You don't need the. No, you
yes,
don't.
You do.
I don't like perfume sprinkled on my potatoes. That's what truffle oil is.
With the dip. With the little truffle dip.
I don't want that.
You got the truffle
aioli. Y'all missing the boat here.
So
you got the garlic aioli with the fries.
You two are only getting half the Restoration Hardware experience.
So you won't take a piece of meat and put it in a béarnaise.
But he's got to go for the truffle
fries and truffle aioli. Just put a little perfume on there.
Well,
go ahead.
The difference is that really enhances it. Like that makes it takes a little truffle fry because I'm not big on truffle
hold on.
fries.
Forget about what you said about nothing. It's a sign of disrespect to put anything on like a nice entree.
The truffle fry.
Look, we're talking about the rest of their menu. possibly, and maybe one of the most underrated, just joyful food experiences that you could have is a delicious rib eye sandwich.
Absolutely.
Not
Get
even
a little cup of jus.
Not even talking about a cheesesteak. Different than a Philly cheesesteak. A rib eye sandwich where it's thin slice. You get the Swiss and a jus. And
They put it on the good baguette, too.
The baguette gets crispy. And then once you take that first bite, and then you have that special edge that fits in the cup of jus the right way. And every bite is better than the last.
Well, see, they're not going to take that as disrespect. That's how you supposed to eat that.
I drank the jus that Sarah had left over.
Drank the jus.
Drank her jus.
That's a little excessive for me. I'm not doing that.
All right, we can all agree. Food good. All right, let's just all agree on that.
I love it.
The small details we can bicker about. Back page coming up. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
Traffic is moving slow and causing a 5-minute delay on westbound 270 on the North Outer Belt between 161 and Cleveland Avenue. And there's another slowdown on westbound 70 on the west side between West Broad Street and Fisher Road. This report is sponsored by Donato's Pizza. Every piece is important. If you love what Donato's puts on their pizzas, you're going to love what they're taking off. Now through Sunday, get 30% off all your Donato's favorites when you order online or with the app. Use promo code 30. Donato's. Every piece is important. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Boss on your back? Break away from the office and head on over to Delaware Golf Club. Grab a group, play 18, and afterwards unwind with a drink by the Fire Pit Bar and Patio. Online booking makes it easy to secure your tee time. So come check out Central Ohio's home for premier golf at Delaware Golf Club.
Pop quiz. What's the best way to go back to school? With Giant Eagle and Market District, of course. From lunchbox favorites to fun after-school snacks. Shop deals for school days and save on thousands of items throughout the store. Visit your local Giant Eagle or Market District today.
The buying experience at Rosati Windows is very, very important to me. We try to make it an enjoyable process. I learned business from my grandfather, and my grandfather was all about customer service. That's all I know. We're not there to high pressure you. We're not going to give you a special deal if you buy tonight. We sell a quality product at a fair price. I want you to be happy when we're done.
Call Rosati Windows today at 777-4806.
Attention! If you owe money to the IRS, this is an urgent message. The IRS is cracking down by sending out heart-stopping letters, aggressively garnishing paychecks, seizing bank accounts, and putting liens on homes and businesses. They call it enforced compliance, and you better watch out because penalties and interest on unpaid taxes compound daily, making it seem impossible to ever get out of debt. Don't let the tax debt destroy your life. You need to call Optima Tax Relief, the #1 tax resolution firm. They're experts in the Fresh Start Initiative, one of the biggest breaks that the IRS has ever offered. If you qualify, you could save thousands. Optima's resolved over $1 billion of tax debt for their clients. A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, they'll fight to get you the best deal possible. Call Optima now for a free consultation.
Call 800-348-0269. 800-348-0269. 800-348-0269.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Join us for gambling things, fantasy sports, gambling things, and most importantly, gambling things. Hollywood Casinos on the Money, Sunday morning at 9.
Presented by Ohio for Responsible Gambling.
The Fan.
It's time that we face the facts when it comes to organ, eye, and tissue donation. It exists to save and heal lives. It's a way to look out for one another, to continue a legacy and give the gift of a fuller future, the gift of life.
But what about the barriers around organ donation?
Cost, age, religion, race, or health status are not factors that can get in the way. All it really takes is one epic yes. Register today to become an organ, eye, and tissue donor at donatelifeohio.org.
More and more people are falling into problem gambling. Mary Haven's experts offer comprehensive care. You and your loved ones can count on mental, emotional, and financial guidance.
Confidential and judgment-free. Go to maryhaven.com today.
Hey, it's Anthony for the Good Feet store. 3 words for me, pain-free summer. Spent probably 30 hours walking around the Memorial Tournament and felt awesome with my personal arch supports from the Good Feet store in my everyday kicks. Sure, every now and then we all get random foot pain from pickleball or golf or just being a human being. Having my personally fit arch supports in my shoes has made a massive difference. And even right after I put them in, didn't take long to feel much more supported and aligned, and it's so easy to just move them into any pair. Before I had them, I dreaded being on my feet for any length of time. Well, you have nothing to lose but the pain, as they say. It's a free fitting and test walk. Try them for yourself. See the difference it can make. It did for me. And best of all, you can wear them home. 2 locations on Polaris Parkway and Stringtown Road, or schedule an appointment at goodfeet.com. The Good Feet Store, America's arch supports experts.
It's the summer sell-down at Performance Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram. Get 0% for 36 months on select Wranglers, Gladiators, and Grand Cherokees with no payments for 90 days. One Performance, 2 locations, Georgesville and Delaware.
With approved credit from Stellantis Financial Services on select 24 in-stock inventory. Cannot combine offers. Ends 8/30/24.
All your favorite fan shows are available when you want them.
Head to 971thefan.com and hit that subscribe button.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Buckeye Show coming up at the top of the hour. Normally, Timmy hosts the Buckeye Show, but Timmy is my man partner today. So Ryan Baker, sweet-smelling Ryan Baker.
That he is. How we doing, gentlemen?
With his white headphones. What are those?
Figured I'd wear the white ones today. They're Raycons.
Raycons, like Raycon Sports Network.
Yeah. Except this part is still around.
Sports. Raycom's dead? They're no more?
I have no clue. Didn't they used to do like regional basketball
They
stuff?
did Buckeye football games and stuff like that. Regional Buckeye football games.
I will tell you from my time in the Carolinas, they had a big presence there, and you could not hear ESPN's broadcast of Duke UNC games in market.
Oh, they blacked it out?
Yes, they would have that blacked out. And that was a big thing because people would like to hear, Billis. I can't remember when that happened, but, Dickie V did the games. Then they made the switch to have Jay Billis move in, and Schulman and Billis. Good crew, right, for college basketball. But they had some big names. I think Mike Patrick, who used to do Sunday Night Football.
And his wooden teeth.
Mm-hmm. He used to do Sunday Night Football, and then they had an old Duke player, Mike Giamatti. Paul Giamatti. I'm thinking
Paul Giamatti, that's right, the actor.
I believe Raycon used to have, especially down in the Carolina areas, a old sportscaster from 10 TV. His first name was Mike, and I can't remember his last name.
That's exactly right.
They started with a G.
This was
Gleason.
an old 7-footer.
That's right.
They had an old 7-footer that played at Duke. He was the color guy. But you had to watch that broadcast of the biggest basketball game of the year.
I think this was before both of your guys' time here, obviously, but before the Big Ten Network. I loved those broadcasts. You got Tom Hamilton and Bill Hoskett doing every Buckeye game.
Yeah,
it was great.
Yeah. No, they still had some Raycom stuff when I was here because not every single game was national like it is now. I remember Danny White would come in and do a lot of color.
Tony White. Right?
Danny White.
Okay.
Danny White, former Cowboy player.
Oh, okay. Tony White, the former Ohio State basketball player, did some games as well.
Right, that's right. No, Danny White would do color for Buckeye football a lot. He'd be one of the voices of Raycom. But yeah, Mike Gleason. I'm trying to think who else. Anyway, yes, there was a time, kids, where not every single Buckeye game was coast to coast all the time. You had your little regional window, and you would fit in there. Remember, as a kid growing up in Chicago, I could only watch maybe a handful of Buckeye games a year because we just didn't get them on our local TV.
Well, now it is just sort of worked out this way with the national TV contracts that Ohio State is always going to be very high on the pecking order when they do their network drafts. That's how they kind of pick the games, and how Ohio State Michigan gets to go on Fox and be that noon kickoff. You basically see Gus Johnson and Joel Klatt on half the Buckeye games.
Joel Klatt's like the voice of the Buckeyes now.
He's the national Buckeye football expert because he's got to know a lot because he's doing half the slate, basically.
Baker.
Yes.
What's coming up on the Buckeye Show?
I mean, there's really not a lot to talk about today, honestly. So
Yeah.
maybe
Just naming the starting quarterback.
Maybe we'll talk more about the whole Raycom regional broadcast. I know Tyvis won't know any about that. But, yeah, a lot of Will Howard and Ohio State quarterback talk. It's a Thursday, so that means beers and Buckeyes, two of our favorite things, with Patrick Murphy of Bucknuts as well.
What beers are you going to talk about?
Whatever he wants to talk about.
What's the last one you cracked open? I had a scotch night last night, so I skipped beer, drank some scotch.
The last beer that I consumed was a Busch Light on draft at a Fun Casual joint.
Wow. You Busch Lighted.
Busch Latte.
Wow. Good man. Now that's a seasoned man.
Buckeye Show, top of the hour, right here on The Fan. Back page.
The Back Page. The Back Page with Common Man and T-Bone.
Sponsored by Care Heating and Cooling. When you need a company you can trust, call 1-800-COOLING.
Timmy.
Well, it started as sort of a funny thing. The Australian break dancer, when people caught wind of her,
I'm tired of hearing about this
took some
woman.
video of Rachel Ray Gunn, being out, doing her thing, and then obviously something like that's going to go viral. I mean, she's doing kangaroo moves and then just sort of squirming around on the floor. Rachel Dratch did a bit on her that was quite funny, to me at least, because of the face that Rachel Dratch always makes. Well, she is now asking for privacy and has been calling the criticism of her performance devastating. So that's too bad that she's not able to turn that off. She said, "I'd really like to ask the press, please stop harassing my family, my friends, the Australian breaking community."
I agree 100% with the harassment sentiment, but you also went to the Olympics and made a mockery of something that is important to some people. Whether I think it's important or not is irrelevant.
Well, there are people that were very good at that.
I'm just saying, you had no business
she was not.
being there. You know you had no business being there, so don't tell me, I tried my best. Who cares? You shouldn't be there.
You and I, Baker, I know you enjoyed some of the Olympics as well, right? Watching it. What's special about it is the sports that don't get a lot of the run every 4 years, it's their time to shine, right? And you also are looking to see the best in the world do it. Like, that's also the thing. Like, you can have more American athletes in certain events, but I don't know how that works, because there's plenty of sports where countries aren't represented, right? I mean, you saw the boats starting off on the parade. Some teams, like the American team, right? They have a lot of athletes. I don't know what the number was, but it's in the hundreds of athletes that they bring. There's some countries, they have like 8 athletes. Just a couple of events that they participate in. I don't know how Australia was represented right here, but Rachel Gunn, tired of the criticism.
Sadly, the breakdancing will not be returning to the Olympics in 2028.
Not coming back.
I'm sure Olympics are the place for that, are they?
They've ruled that out.
And by the way,
darts taking its place.
We talked a lot about food. People are fans of Aldi. People like the generic foods and snacks that they can get at Aldi. A lot of people go there. And apparently, I did not know this, but they have these deli dips that are very popular there. And they were gone, and people were upset that they were gone. They are returning in September. So their different flavors of deli dips are coming back to Aldi.
All right. Buckeye Show's next. Timmy and I back for a big Friday show. Talk to you tomorrow. Common Man and T-Bone on The Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
You're looking at a 30-minute slowdown due to an accident that's blocking 2 left lanes. If you need to use eastbound 270 between 315 and 23, and that's on the North Outer Belt. And we've got a 10-minute delay on westbound 670 between 5th Avenue and Neal Avenue. This report is sponsored by Donato's Pizza. Every piece is important. If you love what Donato's puts on their pizzas, you're going to love what they're taking off. Now through Sunday, get 30% off all your Donato's favorites when you order online or with the app. Use promo code 30. Donato's. Every piece is important. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
This is a Fan Action Update.
A look at some NFL season-long player props for most regular season sacks this year. TJ Watt of the Steelers and Micah Parsons of the Cowboys are the favorites at 5-1. Myles Garrett has the third best odds at plus 650, followed by Trey Hendrickson at plus 850. Buckeyes on the list. Nick Bosa is 9-1. Joey Bosa comes in at 60-1 for most sacks in the regular season. For your action update, I'm Scotty Vegas.
Hey, it's Bobby. When it comes to tackling a project as important as your roof, you want a company that cares about the product and experience they're going to deliver. At Newman Roofing, you're more than just a number. They believe in 100% customer satisfaction. And for your roofing needs, give them a call at 614-NEW-ROOF or newmanroofing.com.
Men, if erectile dysfunction is affecting you, getting treated could have a dramatic impact on your relationship and your outlook on life. But it's also important where you get treated because your health matters. And working with an organization that practices excellent medicine and has significant expertise in men's sexual health can often result in a far better outcome. This is Jeff for Tri-State Men's Health. And if you're seeking a quality provider to treat your ED or are just not satisfied with your current situation, call us. We'll show you a true 5-star experience and work with you to find the right treatment for your specific medical situation. At Tri-State Men's Health, we truly are experts in men's sexual health, but it's more than that. Unlike the online pill pushers or so-called men's clinics that only offer one or a few treatment options, we offer the full spectrum of ED protocols. We can even use combinative therapies for better results. At Tri-State Men's Health, your initial visit is just $99 and includes blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 800-900-9654 or go to tristatemenshealth.com.
Pain from arthritis is just awful. Constant pain. It robs you of so much of the stuff you love to do. But there are effective ways to deal with that pain. My dad and I can both tell you we were able to get relief without medication or surgery. Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. Listen, there are exciting new cellular therapies that can get you lasting relief. The place to go, QC Kinetics, right here in Columbus, Ohio. Dr. Ray Tesner and his team at QC Kinetics utilize cutting-edge treatments that accelerate your own body's healing properties, revitalizing your joints so you can move again. Learn how QC Kinetics can use advanced regenerative medicine to treat the pain, enhance your joints, and restore your mobility. Surgery and pain pills, they're not the only option. My dad and I went there. We feel so much better. He's able to move around and walk like he wants to. I'm able to go out and run and do the things that I enjoy. So here's the great thing. Give them a call at 380-208-4544. Go to qckinetics.com/Columbus. They have 3 offices in Dublin, Gahanna, and Grove City.
Lanny went to college and racked up huge debt.
A little bit over $100,000.
For a degree he couldn't use? Now what?
I had a friend that went to my computer career and they talked to me about it.
He was done in just months.
I did do it online.
They even helped him get hired immediately after graduation.
One of the things I love about IT is that you can work from anywhere you want.
You could become an IT pro in just months with 0 experience at My Computer Career.
It worked for me and I know it can work for you.
It's not rocket science. It's mycomputercareer.edu.
Bobby Carpenter here for Germain Toyota. Ready for a new ride? Swing by Germain Toyota, ask for my friend Marcello, and discover unbeatable deals and a wide selection of new and certified pre-owned Toyota vehicles. Visit GermainToyota.net and drive away in style today. Germain Toyota on the corner of I-70 and Bryce Road.